What? Hello, welcome Dungeoneers to Distant Dungeon. Today we are bringing a new campaign, Arcane Adventures, which is set in the same world as Turbulent Tides. I am your Dean of Mystery, and today I'm joined by, we have Matthew playing as Aelor, we have Kiara playing as Wisteria, we have Cass playing as Dracania, and Adam playing as Karn. Good. Welcome to the land of Myria. If you haven't seen our Turbulent Tide campaign, feel free to watch that. I won't take too much of your time explaining the world, even for the players. Instead, you learn by just going through it. I've prepared some small excerpts just to set the mood, but then it's up to you to explore. Myria, a post-apocalyptic scene. All races were pushed into this nook, the Malwars Plateau, and now, 500 years later, after the flooding and the ravages of the wilderness, humanoidity is starting to stretch out. We had the recent invention of Myrian salt, which was securing the mainland. Sariel has started to explore some uncharted seas. And now the Arcane provinces. They've started to stretch into the Weeping Peninsula to the west, and this is essentially an era of re-exploration. You can see even in the map, if you want, that's the Aegis Peaks. Those are the western mountain ranges that protect civilization from the Weeping Peninsula in the west. Good. Now let's go into our campaign, the Arcane Adventures, which will be placed actually in the Arcane provinces and even in the Weeping Peninsula. So, in our case, we're going to start off with the stories from Aelor. The names. Yes, yeah. Aelor, Dracania, and Wisteria. It will take some time. You know each other from before. You have the half brothers, half siblings, Aelor and Dracania, and we have Wisteria and Dracania who know each other through in college, in school, in Conjuration College. The three Arcanists, you come from different areas. What I would say, we have Wisteria and Dracania. You both are coming from the Conjuration province, the Bound Expanse, which is Nicholas's place, and you actually are coming from its capital city. The capital cities are called Arcane Seats, which is Aedola. A new teleportation circle was built, coincidentally matching your dates. Coincidence? Who knows? And traveling from the Conjuration province, you travel up north to Brathild. Brathild is where you're going to start the Rite of Initiates. You travel to its capital city, the Arcane Seat, called the Citadel of Locks. I'm gonna say it was during the night. You didn't have a good look at it, and in fact, then you had to leave on horseback to Skjoldr, which is gonna be westernmost part of the mountains. It's not on the map, but because it's much smaller, but it's within the province. Aelor, on the other hand, you had a whole entourage. You had a caravan that was sent with you as you traveled from Ituril to Skjoldr. You had a butler accompanying you, sent by the family. His name is Rilivir. You know that he takes care of an estate of yours, and you know him vaguely. He's babysat you when you were younger, but yeah. Yes. Anyhow, so you arrive at Skjoldr, and through various means you had to pass through these mountain passes barely wide enough for the carriage. The cold biting at your peripheries, and I mean, it can get quite foggy, especially during the night. You did hear rushes of water as they curse through springs and small water passes. It's a long-winded road, but as you get to close to the area, Don has has been about 2-3 hours, and it's approaching noon. And up ahead, you see in this valley between two large mountains, the valley called the Valley of Spines is something that you would know. There is the small town. You spot its ice-covered, fortified walls that glisten to the sun's rays. There's various steam and smoke billowing from the various building, and you approach the city. You see at this town, sorry, at the center there is the classic design of an Arcanum Collegium. You know these, you've studied in these, and they follow the same basic design throughout the Arcane provinces and even beyond that. It's essentially a building composed of arches and columns covered by these blue dome rooftops. You go down a winded mountain pass, and you get to the fortified walls. There's a gate that is open, drawn upwards, and you enter. You continue into the plaza as you notice the hustle and bustle. This is a main event, the rite of initiates. You know that initiates from all over the realms come. It's a once a year event. So everyone comes to. There are designated places where they will do the rite of initiates. This is one of the most popular one, the Skjold. You enter the plaza. The guards to the side, but they are aware of all these initiates, and as you enter, you see different caravans set up here and there. There are stalls as well to the side, offering wide arrays of services. There are, rations, gears. Some offer runes, some scrolls, and even fortune telling and other things, and even some games. You all arrive at the same time, and you actually spot each other. I'd say Wisteria and Dracania on your carriage. You do spot Aelor with his elven entourage, and especially you, Dracania. You would recognize the sigil of it is a swan with a blue background. You see each other. There's a lot of commotion. I don't know if you'd like to say anything. First of all, I'd like you to describe yourselves. Let's start off with Aelor, who's alone, and then we'll go to the others.
Yeah, so I'm driving along in this super fancy carriage. I've been given the finest set of robes and draperies to carve my entire elfin body. Well, I'm an elf.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. I come from clearly a noble background. Mm-hmm. And I've been studying magic ever since I was young because I've always had a talent for it, and I've always wished to impress.
Very nice. Let's go to yes, we can do it alphabetically. Dracania.
As watching from afar, the family symbol that I am familiar with. I am also elven, but a little bit less. The pointy ears aren't so pointy. The dexterous and elegant body is a little bit more toughened up and slightly more athletic. There's a lot of scarring, and also some of the skin is a little bit more bronze. There are little tufts of I under the eyes, just leaving a bit of lineage of the dragon blood that seems to be in my veins. I would probably be dressed in very simple, explorer's gear, nothing too fancy, but comfortable enough to travel in, with some arcane decorations. There's runes on the clothing, but they're not actually magical. It's more decoration. And then something that is more intense are these bandages that are around her arms and up to her fingers, kind of almost giving these kind of gloves that are imbued with actual arcane energy. And as I'm like walking around, eventually there's like a crash from one side as Saphira, this bronze medium-sized dragon, scuttles over like having caught some, either stolen some like raw chicken off of a butcher's. No, just comes over. Hey girl, hey, it's okay. I got food. What food? And Saphira is my summoned Eidolon dragon, for I am a summoner, and she stands next to me, aggressively adorable.
Beautiful. What color is Saphira?
Saphira would be bronze. She is a lightning-based dragon. She is technically an astral dragon, but she imbues the power of like electricity and therefore takes on a bronze hue.
Beautiful. We go to your companion, Wisteria. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay. Wisteria is a fetchling.
What is that?
Humanoid that has been touched by the Shadowfell generations back, and now they have inherited some of its qualities. Specifically, Wisteria has wisp-like hair, very very light wisp-like hair, white, that almost make her looks like a candle, especially paired with her body that's covered in a like long black dress that cover the entirety of her figure.
Beautiful.
Wisteria looks outside, sees your brother, and is like, your brother always brings a lot of noise with him, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's not his fault though. The family has to make a big show of how rich and powerful it is, so I don't hang around there too long.
Yeah, a lot of noise. And in that moment, since food has been mentioned, my familiar will also pop his head out, very interested in the chicken. This is his name is Felice. He is a cat-like creature that was bestowed to Wisteria by her patron. He looks a lot like a dark night starry sky. He's a big fluffy cat. And he has stars dotted all over his body. And golden eyes that don't seem to have any pupils. He will try to swat some of the chicken out of Saphira's mouth.
I'm wondering, would they have a antagonistic relationship? I think Saphira would like play for a while, and then eventually, once like enough play has been had, she will like use a claw, rip off a bit of the chicken, and like puts it on the ground and nudges it towards Felice. But not after having like the ample preset of we fought for this and you've won.
Yes, beautiful. Oh, very nice. Yeah, I mean the caravan. You get off the caravan in your cases, Dracania and Wisteria, and I suppose even Aelor, as you see your half sibling and Wisteria. You join together. You see around you several other reunions of other groups. There are quite a number of people. You would count upward of like 100 or so people. So typically they have groups of 3, but there are some with less. But you do see these. They are talking. Some of them went to the shops. You see a chicken shop that is worried like, where is my chicken?
Hides behind me. Clearly, like, not hidden at all, but...
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, exactly. But there's so many people that it's easy to get lost, so he doesn't even spot you.
Yeah.
Just how big is Saphira anyway?
She is a medium-sized creature, so I guess she's like... It's like
your size, right?
Yeah, but I'm trying to picture like a dragon. So it's like...
Like Charizard.
like a massive dog, like a
Yeah, it's bigger than a dog. Yeah. Like Safira would be bigger. Like it's somewhere between a large dog and a horse. Between.
That's what I'm picturing.
That's
Yeah.
Somewhere there.
Goat size.
No,
Huh?
a more
Big
bull
goat.
pony.
A pony that works, I
Pony
guess.
size, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So as you're talking, you're catching up about what happened during college and everything. I suppose, let me see, what would your perceptions be? What bonuses do you have to your perception?
Probably not.
I have a +5 to my perception.
I have a
I
plus
also
Okay,
have
I love
plus
that.
five to my
I have a
perception.
+7.
+7. Okay. I suppose Wisteria, out of the corner of your eye, you would spot something on top of the gates, the welcoming gates. And as you look, suddenly you hear voices throughout the plaza. This shrill voice that echoes, seemingly from multiple sources, and everyone turns to look confused, and then eyes settle on the gnome as you hear. You see a small gnome at the top of the gates. It's a female with these purple robes, billowing robes. She has a staff that seems to be of like oak, and as she talks into the staff, it echoes throughout the plaza from multiple sources. Welcome, all initiates. Welcome to Skjoldr. We open our arms to you. I am Lirana, headmistress of Cringes College behind you there. And you, yes, indeed, behind you there's the Collegium Arcanum that I discussed before. Now, you are all here, I see, for the rite of initiation, a rite steeped in tradition. And I shall give you the, the traditional speech before the commencement of the ceremony, of the rite. The ceremony will come after, for those who are successful, I suppose. Good. As you know, the rite of initiation is a sacred journey each arcanist must go through to gain the runes. It will show you what we, the 9 arcane provinces, truly stand for. You will be challenged and will have to improvise outside of your comfort zone. The rite, it dates back to 40 post-Diluvian. Post-Diluvian means after the floods, when the city-states were being stabilized. The nine great archmagi were offered the privilege of protecting the western mountains, the mountains now we call the Aegis Peaks. Back then, the Archmage of Conjuration Poltran, the then Archmage of Conjuration Poltran, asked his apprentices to prove themselves by retrieving items and lore from within the Weeping Peninsula. We have since come a long way, and we now know even that the Weeping Peninsula, it's, well, the perfect opportunity to test initiates. As you are well aware of, but I will outline the parameters as well of this rite. So, to successfully complete the rite of initiation, you must retrieve a flower from the Luminifloris occultum, also known as the hidden glow flower. It grows in small land patches jutting out from the lake Loch Kyol. So as many of you know as well, the Weeping Peninsula is a dangerous place. And thus this is why we have to send initiates, because as you know, the stronger the arcane prowess within an individual, the more monsters he will attract, the more untrue we call them, these insectoid, arachnoid creatures, and whatnots. So, yes, well, as we have to retrieve these flowers There are limited blooms, I must say. Some of you may have done your research as well. They are purple. They are purple flowers, which are quite luminous as well. Now, this was actually a right that was included about 200 years ago upon the discovery of such flowers, which actually will be used to impart the runes. However, in keeping with our long-held tradition, the area is rich with temples and sanctums from the lost city of Arcane. The lost cities are cities that were lost during the floods, the Deluvia. Thus, retrieving such artifacts, books, and other significant items that we will deem of worth will count towards your Mysterium. Now, Mysterium is something that you have heard before of. Mysterium, so within the Arcane provinces, it's not that much of a capitalistic view. It's more of reputation and meritocracy. Mysterium is something that is granted to an individual upon retrieving significant lore, achieving arcane wonders, etc., researching, and the idea is that upon gaining Mysterium, you are privy to certain resources, for example, uncommon, rare, and etc., etc. The idea is to use the resources of the Empire toward on productive and competent members, essentially. That's the kind of gist of the arcane provinces. And she says that this would count towards your Mysterium. Good. Now, just some final words from me, a bit about the place that you will be facing. I'm sure you have read the books and read lore and researched about the Weeping Peninsula. The Weeping Peninsula was indeed the kingdom of Arcane, a theocracy. It has many temples full of lore, magic items, and whatnots. However, after the Deluvia, the land has become a marshland. So do beware when dealing with the terrain. You will be facing various creatures. So far, we have catalogued arachnoid, formic, which are the ants, and waspoid creatures. The waspoids are supposed to be deeper in, but they are quite dangerous, so do tread with care as you approach, especially the lake. I must warn you, I see in front of me, I think today we have, this year we have north of 100 competitors and initiates. But there is no shame in retreating. You can always take it next year. The dangers of the marshes. She sees a lot of people going, the dangers are not to be trifled with, and you'll understand when you get there. You have 1 week, i.e. 5 days in this world. 1 week to complete this. You will be granted some rations and even some water. I'll tell you the specifics later, as well as a leaf from the climber tree Jara. The leaf shall be your guide. It is sensitive to the source of luminosity that a flower from the Luminofloris occultum would produce. How you use it is up to you. We simply give the tools. Good. That's my speech from my end. I wish you luck. However, most of you will not need luck because you have worked hard for this moment. I do see as well some of my students from our Arcanium Collegium. But yes, I hope to see most of you for our final ceremony. Remember, there is only a limited amount of blooms, so hurry up and get going. We shall leave at noon, and we shall end promptly at noon in 5 days next week. huzzah! And some fireworks go off, some flowers go off, and some people start clapping. It picks up in a certain direction. You think that they are the students of the Orange College, as they say. And yes, as I suppose as you look around and take it all in, I'm gonna say some things that you would note. There are multiple groups, as I said, but I'm gonna just mention briefly 5 of these groups that stand out particularly, that are noteworthy. If you would like, in fact, let's do a perception check just to see how much a seek, just to see how much information you can gain from this. Our first roll, yeah.
It's a 23 for me.
23. Nice. Okay. Very nice.
A 10 for me.
Oh, me. No, me.
First roll of the campaign, I immediately rolled a 10.
This is a
Okay,
perception
that's
check,
average.
right?
That's
With
average.
with the plus 7, I mean, I rolled a 3.
Oh, I see.
Oh no. Okay.
Where are you? 16.
16. Not bad. Okay, good.
Thank you.
And it would make sense because Aelor, you start recognizing there's a significant elven presence. Of note, there's a group composed exclusively of elves. You know them; they're coming from Ethereal itself, and you would have perhaps had some encounter with them. They have various factions, various sigils on them, but the one at the center of the group that seems to be at the center of attention, you would know he is bearing the symbol of Elviris, which is the family quite prominent. They have a member who's sitting on the High Council, and they are proficient in scroll creation. The name is Elviris. You would also notice, in line with elves, both you and Rakania, something that sticks out is the conjurer Izara. You know that she is, she does look at you and give you like a side like. And she pretends to ignore you. And then there's an elf who's accompanying her.
What was her name? Sorry.
And she's... Yeah, sorry?
What was her name? So they write it down.
So Izara. Izara. Her companion, who is Irolian, another elf, he points to you and she just lowers his hands like... So it is those two, and they're accompanied by an automaton, which is actually very strange and very new. Yeah, very weird. So yeah, you do spot them, and you do maintain some eye contact and these glances. And we have also something that stands out, and they are quite, I suppose, alone in the center. There are these 2 gnomes, and there's a Leshy. A Leshy is a plant creature, a plant-like humanoid. These are like immortal spirits of nature. So it's an oddity, and in fact, a lot of people are pointing and gasping. And you also see, I suppose, 2 other groups. There's a group with 2 humans and a rat folk. The humans do stand out in particular. One of them has is completely bandaged all throughout, bar his eyes. He has 2 eye holes, and the other human, he seems to have a 3rd eye drawn at the top of his head, his forehead. And finally, you would also see there are 2 Tengu and a human. The Tengu are raven-like creatures, like the Kenku from D&D. So yeah, those are the groups that stand out. But there are many others. I don't know if you'd like to do anything at this point.
I feel like Wisteria would look at Dracania
Yeah.
after seeing that, and I'd be like, remind me again, what's your problem with?
She's a bitch. She's an entitled brat. And she thinks she's better than everyone else. Because her daddy pays for everything.
Ah, yes.
I mean, I
That's
don't
fair.
have much of a leg to stand on. so
You're
I'm
you're
gonna stay
actually
quiet.
good at your shtick though. She's like mediocre at this.
And as this is happening, I'm kind of I'm moving Wisteria and Dracania to stand in front of me while hiding also between Saphira to kind of get out of the fancy clothes and show and have the more comfortable, more practical clothes underneath, and I kind of stuff them away.
Love it.
As you do so, River, the butler, approaches. Young master, no, we have selected these clothes to. He cradles his head. Oh well, not to worry. I must I have a message from your mother. Your mother instructed me to bid thee farewell. May the great tree Eliovar follow you wherever you go. Your mother did send a parting gift that she wanted me to give you at this exact moment, and he brings out this very fancy, very wrapped parcel. He gives you the parcel.
Help!
He also turns to Dracania. He produces a smaller parcel, but similarly wrapped. And to you, Lady Dracania, a parcel, and he offers you the parcel. Would you open them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, River.
Oh, nice. Cool.
He
And
nods
I
and
take the
waits.
parcel and hand them the clothes.
Oh, young master, it's not. I don't think it's wise. But he sees that you're completely ignoring him. You're opening the parcel. Yeah, both of you open the parcel. You see, in your case, Aelor, there's a small note. It says, "Dearest Aelor, do take care. Luffy misses you greatly." Luffy is the house, the family pet. He's a massive dog. Stay in touch when you get back. Rilevir will be waiting for you here. That and yeah, you on in the parcel. There's also two small gifts. There's this bracelet. It is actually a bracelet of dashing. If you want, I can send it to you, or if you want, you can find it from Pathfinder tools. Up to you. Let me send them to you. It's easier like that. So we have the bracelets of dashing, and you find a note. There is no shame in running from danger.
Smart advice.
Let me paste it on the group chat. So that's one, and there's also a wand of shrouded step, and a note: approach everything with care. And you chuckle a little as if your mother doesn't know you. You will not be careful. But yeah, you have those two. And in the meantime, Lady Dracania, a similar parcel, you open it, and they both have the house sigil, the swan, and it reads, "Dear Dracania, I regret my absence during your childhood, and though we are not well acquainted, I hope to know you better. Your strength is admirable. Please do take care of my Aelor." And there is a sturdy satchel, which I will.
Great. Fantastic.
I will send promptly here. And yes, you both open the stuff, and you also see a similar scene that is happening, but in the other groups. There's farewells, gifts. You see some teachers bidding farewells, some family members, and more. And Yeah, and Aelor, you start analyzing your gifts, and even you, Drakani, you do open the satchel. You can't help but feel. I mean, yeah, fair enough. She would have given you this to aid
No, it's perfect.
Aelor in some ways. But yeah, but you say, yep, perfectly within my expectations. I did not expect anything more. As you're looking inside, you're inspecting the item. Two items materialize from thin air. There is, as you start opening, you say, I've been through this pocket before, but you see apparating in front of you this very fine cloak. It has these almost like veins coursing through it. Upon inspecting it further, you would gather it is a heated cloak. Let me place it here.
What's that?
And a small metallic sphere. I'm gonna send this as well. Here. Something to note: the metal mist sphere. You would know that there's a note. It's not in Aelor's mother, which is her name is Lyrilla. It's not in her handwriting. It reads so with the metal mist sphere. This contains Mirian salt. N.
Oh. Who? What? What?
There's an N.
N?
Kind of sign.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Have I?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll ask questions. I'll ask.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just going to ask. Have I ever received anything from an N before?
Not really. No. Not really.
And I don't.
Yeah.
know. Interesting.
Yeah. At
So
this point as well, you do see multiple members of the Arcane Collegium going around giving these satchels, these packs. They have they're giving one to each group. They have 10 rations and 3 water skins. If you'd like to mark them down.
Right. I will take care of that. These things. Metal list.
It is about an hour from the starting ceremony. Just as an FYI, so if there's anything else you'd like to do, feel free.
10 rations each or 10 rations total?
No, in total.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems that they are expecting you to.
So, I want to ask a clarifying question, I guess, at this point. I
Yes,
bought
yes.
a bunch of shit with our starting gold. Was that okay to do?
Yes, you're allowed. You're allowed to
Okay.
bring whatever you are. It shows preparedness and forethought. Uh-huh.
I literally,
So, yeah.
I'm given this data, and I'm like, okay. And then I like put it on the ground, and Saphira just like curls around it and holds it down. And then in the meanwhile, I bring out 3 extra satchels. I give one to Aelor, one to Wisteria, and and I empty out mine into the new sturdy satchel, and I just like fully empty it out into that. So
Yeah,
these are
yeah.
our packs. And then I
Very
drip
nice.
the tiny, like the amount of rations that we were given amongst. So we each get like 3, 3, and 3, and I'll keep one to give to Saphira, which she will nibble on right now.
Good. Yes,
So
perfect.
I'm gonna take that. Okay.
Mysteria, your familiar is not around.
Hmm? Oh dear. Elise? Elise,
show the
where
name?
are you?
You see her jumping from a wagon. She has something in her mouth. She jumps out, and she patters her way towards you.
Elise, my dear, what have you done?
Ow! And you see in her as she meows, a small pendant falls from her mouth.
I pick up Elise like putting a hand under his tummy and lift him up in my arms. And then I look at the pendant.
What did he find?
This pendant,
Ooh.
it has a strange energy.
I can take a look at that
Yes.
if you would like.
The pendant is hollow. It's very light, and it's shaped in the form of like an unblinking eye. It has inside the cavity. There's a fragment of this occultist text. This is a pendant of the occult, which I will promptly send as well.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
I have a spell called Object Reading.
Ooh.
To learn a piece of information about an emotional event that occurred involving the object within the past week determined by the GM.
Ooh. Beautiful. Let me find this. Second. Okay, so.
I would like to cast it, I think.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, I like that. Good. So you touch you take the item and you start analyzing it promptly. Let's do this. It's touch. It's concentrate. Good.
You see Wisteria's hair glows slightly, a little bit more. And in the meanwhile, Wisteria is like, she doesn't hear anything, and is trying to, like, she's not hearing anything outside of herself, and then she's trying to say if she can hear anything from the object itself, like any lingering spiritual energy or any lingering information that might come out.
Very nice. Yes.
In little
Okay.
whispers.
So, definitely, you start listening into the object, and your eyes sort of fall back a little. Your vision gets hazy. Fog fills the area, and the fog starts to part ways, revealing a dark cavern, a dark cave. Yeah, a dark cave system. Yes, Adam, you're right. I'll do that soon. It's a dark cave. There seems to be a campfire at the center and shadows everywhere. Though there's not a person inside, but there's shadows that are being projected on the wall of the cave. You hear begging. Please, no. I never meant for it to happen. It got out of control. As you hear this elderly man pleading with the shadows. The elderly man comes into view. You see his bones. They are tight on. His flesh is tight on his bones. He has this very pallid complexion. He doesn't have. It seems that he hasn't seen sunlight in months, if not years. And through the shadows, you see the shadows move. There are multiple humanoid shadows, and they move in a slicing motion as a gush of blood tears from the old man's throat. This is what you're seeing, a reflection on the cavern's light. The shadows there, and with that, everything goes back to being foggy, back to being hazy, and that's what you learn.
You see Wisteria come back to herself. She's a bit. She looks at the object. Her expression like still not really readable as she usually tends to be.
You okay there, Wisteria?
This is death in it. Death happened to someone while this was in the vicinity. Someone was dealing with shadows. Not too different from dealing with spirits, I suppose.
Something we need to check out urgently, or something we need to...
It seems like it already happened.
Ah,
They begged for their life, but it didn't really work. It seldom does.
okay. I'll put that in the old vault. That's where we keep the things that make the bad feelings happen, and we'll take the good part out of that, which is you won't have to do that. Because, you know, we'll be here and we'll fight whatever the crap needs fighting to stop that from happening. Okay,
Thank you.
we should start getting ourselves ready. I have split all of our stuff. I wanted to confirm something for you, Russell, because technically, apparently, a single rations in Pathfinder counts for a week of rations. So I'm assuming the intention was like we have 10
sorry.
days of rations, like
I
technically.
apologize.
So we have one ration kind of amongst all of us. Is almost the vibe.
Let's say you have
Or
two
two.
because one
As
week
that,
is
yeah.
5 days.
As that,
So
as
yeah,
that, we have to.
my apologies. Yeah,
That's okay.
I didn't see that.
We're
Thank you.
getting fed.
Alright. No, just checking because I was like, oh, I don't have a
that's
singular
brick
rations
food.
listed on my Dana, and then I was like, oh, because I think the adventurers pack has like 10 rations, and I'm like, so we're
Oh,
like
nice.
prepared.
I'm just
2
imagining.
weeks of rations, 2 weeks, so we have 2 sets of
Because
rations.
Pathfinder would be the game for this to happen. Are there expiration date rules?
I have not
No,
seen
no.
any so far,
I'll
thankfully.
check though, but no.
That's not a no.
Rations are typically nuts, so I wouldn't.
I think that's the thing. If you bought actual consumable food, it might have an
Yeah.
expiry date.
Yeah,
Because there is
probably,
like consumable
yeah.
food that you can buy.
Probably.
You
yes,
can buy
yes,
noodles, my
exactly.
guy. There's noodles in the list of equipment.
I'm just,
Oh
This
my
system
God,
is
that's
amazing.
beautiful. That's
I'm just
beautiful.
imagining the school being like, how much do students eat anyway? How much do these kids eat? I
3
don't know.
rations.
I don't know. Just toss them like 20 kilos of pasta. They will be fine.
That'll be fun.
Before we break off for our break, I'd say you talk a little bit amongst you, and at the time of the starting ceremony, you see they blare these trumpets. The other gates are open because you have to go do a ceremony going through the city. You do see the city is quite well fortified and all, and yeah, typically these are stone houses, quite secure. You pass through the cobblestones pathways, and you get to the other gates, the westward gates. You go through, and before you, the Whispering Peninsula. It is a lower ground than Malware's Plateau, as you would know. This will be a steep decline. You leave the safety of the town of Skjoldr, and you look behind you. You see these magnificent walls. They have these shield runes and sigils engraved on them, and that's where we're gonna start. So for now, we're going to pause for a bit, and we'll continue within half an hour or so. Make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect.
If you
I'm
want to, I'll hang
Yeah.
around a bit. Just if anyone might
Perfect.
be still around, I'll shut up a bit. We can talk about
Perfect.
some Pathfinder stuff. But for those who need to head off, feel free to mute and head off.
I'm gonna mute and turn off my camera, and I'll
Okay, it's fine.
grab a bite.
I'll leave your camera on, maybe. Okay.
That's good.
Yes, but
Hey, that's perfect.
I can
I got
I
it.
can
That's
close it.
perfect. Those are perfect ways of doing that. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna mute. Leave it like that.
Okay. Lovely. Next. So-
Darling, out of curiosity,
Yeah.
in your Francis Mancy amazing character sheet, where
Yes.
do I put items? And
So there's an equipment section. I've already tossed some stuff for you in there. It's under the weapons.
I can't see it. I
Scroll.
have a character sheet features spell list.
It's in the character sheet. It's on the first page.
Oh, okay.
Just go, scroll slightly down. You'll find the equipment. Right. Did you find it? This way. This way. This way. Now down. There it is.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, for those of you still around, so yeah, I want to give a general vibe on what's been going on. So, we have started picking up some Pathfinder. This is our first. I think this is officially our first streamed Pathfinder. We did start another Pathfinder game, which Russell alluded to, but we might have not yet tossed it live for you guys to watch. But that will happen probably as soon as we muster the party once more. But some issues with the with some of the players, we couldn't continue it, so we thought we'd keep it for now. But yeah, we've started this campaign instead as our new Pathfinder campaign. I thought since we have some time with you guys, just to kind of bring people up to speed and maybe inspire some people for a Pathfinder. So Pathfinder is a really weird system, which I love. There's so many things. I am playing a summoner, for example, which my whole shtick is that I can summon a creature. In this case, I've picked a dragon, which is kind of like picking your subclass.
If it doesn't have a bulk, it has the dash.
It means it's negligible. You can do a dash, like a 2 minuses next to each other, because that's how the system recognizes it. So yeah, the whole shtick is I summon my dragon, Stephira, in this case. And we shared the same health, so I'm a pretty beefy caster, technically. I'm kind of like a warlock from D&D as far as how the spell casting vibes. I have much less spell slots than a full caster, but I don't recover them with short rests. There are no short rests here. There are refocusing moments where you regain things called focus points, which are for your focus spells. Yeah, but no, it's a really interesting game. There's a lot of weird mechanics. There's a lot of different classes, very, very different classes, and there's something for everything. If you can think of a archetype that exists, like in a movie, you want Sherlock Holmes, you can pick an investigator, and it is so perfectly aligned with any meme you can think of a thing that a character can do. Yeah, it's very
And this nifty little necklace also gives me a cantrip.
Yeah. Oh, nice! That's cool.
While we're independent, you gain a +1 item bonus to occultism checks, and you can cast a guidance cantrip as an occult innate spell.
Oh, neat.
And it's invested, so I assume it means that you.
Yes, basically in the equipment you can tick the little box.
Yes, I already did it, but yeah. I want to, know exactly what.
Yeah, so invested is what a 2 belt is in D&D, but you can invest up to 10 items in Pathfinder.
Let me find the guidance.
Yeah, I think to have it as an innate spell. You have any guesses what my character may be? So, my thought is martial, but there was a kind of bit of a slip from Russell's that gave us a little bit more of an indication. But prior to that, my thought was something like a martial barbarian type thing or something. That's where my. But you can blame the DM for being a little bit loosey-goosey with his.
I will need. Oh, the cantrips don't have descriptions.
Yes, we haven't done them yet.
Okay, just to make sure that I didn't accidentally break the sheet by adding one line.
That is normal.
I was worried.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the vibe of Pathfinder very different. You have 3 actions instead of the bonus action movement. So you can do 3 actions, focusing on a thing, or if you need to move, you use one of those actions to move. So that's a very big fundamental change, because everything else is your stats are still there. You still have strength, constitution, dexterity, charisma. All those things still kind of work in the same vibe as most TTRPGs. You still have spell slots, you have the logic of spell slots. Skills are a bit different. The scaling works very differently in Pathfinder, since apparently you add your level to anything that you're proficient in, because the whole game scales off of your level. So even the enemies will be scaled off their respective level. So it's like, you'd be fighting a level 5 creature. That level 5 creature adds 5 to everything it is proficient with, in addition to like its stats and stuff. So obviously, if you're fighting something that's level 5 and you're level 5, it's going to be almost like a fair fight. And then if you're fighting anything higher level than you, you're probably screwed. Which makes it easier to like map out an encounter as well for the DMs. So that's also fun. Yeah. But the vibes are there, and I have been enjoying how intensely coded this entire system is. It's perhaps not easy to like grasp immediately. The 5th edition kind of has that going for it, that you can effectively grab the player's handbook, and it's so simplified that like you can reasonably understand it after you've given the player's handbook like a read or two. But Pathfinder has been a sequence of, oh, this is cool. Wait, if this does this, then what does this do? You look up this. Oh, this does this and this. But not this and this. So it's very much like, you figure out what off guard it does. Then it's like, off guard it comes from flanking. How do you get flanking? Oh, you can get flanking from this or from this. A lot of stuff. So it's a little bit. I'll give you a cheeky hint. I do have spells. Oh, interesting. You do have spells.
Why am I not surprised with your spells, considering that we are in a fully spell casting campaign?
Well, he did initially say he didn't have like spells, so. My nose is starting to plug up, so I might stop talking for a bit. But let me lower a bit the music from the roll 20. That's not. Can I get it lower, please? Okay. Yeah, other things to note. We are going to tomorrow I have Aspen. Lol. Aspen. I mean, hey, it is Aspen at least. Sorry. So yeah, tomorrow we are going to have another like new campaign. It will be D&D. Adam will be running it. It's going to be very interesting, very intense. So we'll see how that goes. I will be playing in it, and then there will be some other people. Russell is in it as well, and then some other people that are not here today. That is happening tomorrow. We'll figure out how that's going to go into the scheduling. I'm not sure if it's going to happen once every other week. But yeah, hello Nate, and Nate is going to be in that as well. So that is that. Next week might be a bit quiet. At most, we might start rebroadcasting old episodes. Probably do a run through of Tales from the Rupture, since we haven't been playing that much. Since right now Andrea is a little bit preoccupied. Yeah, maybe once a month we'll figure out exactly the scheduling of that, but we'll start, bringing back the old campaign. We'll start from episode 1, come up to the latest episode. We'll maybe swap around or do like one every other week will be a different campaign. We have Sleeping Gods that we could go through as well. So we might do some rebroadcasting of that. Sleeping Gods will probably continue in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. So that is on the table as well. We'll see about Arcane Adventures, this one, whether we will also do this like once every other week. That is the intent, but we'll see if we can manage that with all of our schedules as they are. Yeah. Otherwise, that is it for now that I can mention. Yeah.
Why am I hungry again? Why do I live with hunger in my soul?
You want an apple?
Be the third one, but we need to eat them, so I guess I'll have one.
Probably not. I mean, if you want me to make something, I could make it.
It's okay. You're barely alive as it is.
I just can't breathe from my nose. My mouth is still available. Yeah. That's about it though. I think for now, I'll take a bit of a breather myself. And we'll wait for other people. Ah, Adam's back. Hello, Adam. We will.
Hello.
No. But yeah, we will probably wait until Russell is done eating and Matthew is
Yeah.
done dealing with his respective stuff. And we'll come back in a bit. Let's toss our
You by the way, for tomorrow.
I will check.
Okay, no worries, no
I
worries.
didn't look for it yet. Uh, sorry guys, I'm back for a second and we're gone again. We're back.
Huzzah! Welcome back, Dungeoneers. Yeah, let's continue with our session of Arcane Adventures. Right now, our party, we have Wisteria, Dracania, and Aelor. You are exiting the gates of the fortified town of Skjoldr. Ahead of you, you see this marsh. I mean, it's more swampy terrain. As initially, you're all grouped up. There's more than 100 people all grouped up, but they very quickly spread to fill the large expanse ahead. You see a lot of groups stop, and okay, they think, where do we go now? They look at the leaf. And they don't know what to do. What are you going to do?
Do we understand? Like, is there any background knowledge about how?
Yeah, let's do a recall knowledge. What recall knowledges do you have? Just as an
Does
FYI for me.
academia lore help?
Other than
No.
Arcana, society. I know wilderness lore, but that I feel.
Okay. It could be. Okay, I'll allow any Arcana or Wilderness. Both of them will give some insights. Depends on which you choose. And even if it's recall knowledge just from books you read about, I know it depends on what you have recall knowledge though.
لا eżatt لا. As far as recall knowledge, because recall knowledge is always like the arcana, religion, nature, occultism, religion, no, society, and then
sorry, what am I thinking?
and then any other
lore
lore.
I'm thinking.
So
My bad,
wilderness
my bad.
lore is my only lore.
Yeah.
rolled,
That applies.
can I use occultism for this?
So weird.
Occultism is like a way that magic works, like arcane versus occultism, right?
Yeah, because
No.
arcane is for arcane magic, occult is for occult magic.
No, this seems to be not an occult magic, so it would be not. You cannot understand it through that way.
Can I use arcana, quote unquote?
Yes. Arcane.
So
yeah,
it is a
arcana,
23 total.
Oh shit.
Arcane check from Wisteria and Cass.
Wilderness is a 16.
Okay.
27. No, wait, 28 for me.
Oh, in what?
Arcana, sorry.
Very nice. Okay. I just tried to remind you that you also have the hero dice. And you
Hero
can reroll
points,
one
like a
more.
hero point.
Point. Thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
hero
One
point.
hero point.
Just in case. Good. So let's start with wilderness. With wilderness, okay, many trees. Do tend to grow towards the sun. You're suspecting that this is something that is more sensitive to this jana tree leaf. Jara, sorry. It's probably sensitive to a source of luminosity, and the fact as you look at it right now, it was in your pack and you've brought it out like many other groups. It's currently pointing upwards. You look upwards, there's the massive sun. It is a soft golden sun. Yep. So right now it is just flimsily pointing upwards. With regards to Arcane, both of you gather that from your arcane knowledge, you know that the hidden glow flower, it has very particular properties that can be used to write runes, and in fact, it's quite an important resource. The hidden glow flower is at the base of most of the runes, so that's what you'll be trying to acquire. Now you know that the hidden glow flower does emit a specific signal. Luminous signal, so to say, which you assume, okay, perhaps this is picked up by this leaf. Perhaps this leaf should take us towards it. However, yeah, it's pointing up. Not sure.
I think right now we should move away from everyone else. And once we are not within line of sight, we can talk.
Okay, good.
We don't know like that there's some location that we need to go to, right? Like from this point on, we are on our own. Like that is...
So what you know is that your target is Lake.
Yes.
Lake Lochiol, but from here on out, you don't have any maps. You are on your own.
Like there are no stop points or like nodes of like resource.
They did mention if you encounter temples and recover artifacts, books, and lores, you get the mysterium. But that's
nothing inhabited.
No
is my point. Nothing
locations.
That we control that is inhabited like as a nation. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Let's move
precisely.
Let's move off to the side.
So currently you are in the vast plains that are leaving the valleys. You do see multiple springs and streams going here and there. In fact, even as you walk further away from Skjoldr, the land itself begins to get very marshy and boggy. Your footholds sink slightly in. It's almost as if in some places you're on a waterbed. You do see further down there is there is what seems to be like a forest of these willow trees and these hanging trees that find their home within the marshes, and that seems to be the general direction that you're going into. Do you descend beneath the cover of the trees, or do you stay
Yes.
here?
So we descend.
Yep.
Yep.
Perfect. You easily descend. I mean, you're trudging mud most of the times, but you make your way towards the forest. You start getting under the cover of the trees. I'd say, yeah. At this point, you notice the leaf. As soon as it's out of sunlight, it recalibrates.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it seems like the magic
Yeah, the
that
sun
was
was-
used to write the rune was kind of confusing the leaf a little bit.
So yeah, it seems as though the out of sunlight, the leaf points southwest.
Right. So I want to do this really quick. I'm going to. Okay, I'll tell you guys. I'm going to do a quick little sneaky thing. Just wait here for a second. I am going to move out back, like if there are still students and people gathered out in the area.
There are many, yeah.
And I am going to do a whole bit of me and Safira run in fully the opposite direction, clearly in a visible like way that everyone sees me run off in a different direction, and then I'm going to look back at
You want to roll a. This would be a.
I don't know if it's like a
Please.
creative version thing.
That's what I was trying to find. The skills and their things. I do have a skills cheat sheet because there are so many actions attributed to that. Let me see. Yeah. It's a create diversion. Let's do that.
I'm going to
Let me find
up
it.
for myself as well. As attempt a single deception check
Yeah.
and compare it to the perception disease of the creatures with the potential you're trying to divert. Okay.
Perfect. Yes.
Neat. Neato Bubito. Come on. For namesake is in the. Okay. I need a better ruling spot. That is a 19.
Beautiful. Over the course of the next 5 minutes or so, you veer into the tree line and you watch. You hear discussions. One group goes in that direction. Second group, and the third group. So one of them just goes, "Come on! It's obvious. It's there. Come on! There are already three groups ahead of us." And you see 3 groups veering off the path. Beautiful.
And I would
so,
slowly and stealthily make my way back to them. Alright, we bought ourselves some time. Now let's actually go in the right direction.
perfect. Yes. And you rejoin the party. You do see other groups that seem to be going into the bog, and they are looking at their leaf and they get it. And yeah, you are one of these groups. What would you like to do now? Ahead of you, there seems to be the bog. Even now that you're deeper down next to the roots, you would recognize there are several paths that seem stable, but some may be deep mud. So you're not sure. How would you like to approach this?
If I can use my wilderness lore to maybe help us navigate through this.
Definitely.
No, and
Yeah.
like we'll start following.
Yes,
the leaf.
definitely.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
for it. Yes.
Let me see if I have anything that generally
Yeah,
helps
yeah.
out. Yeah. Let's just do that.
I can cast detect magic. Maybe that helps. It's a 30-foot emanation from me.
That's a lot better than the
It does
previous
seem to be an environmental effect.
one.
You
At
can
20
try.
At 23. Perfect.
23 for you. Are the others
I
doing
also had
anything else?
detect magic, but you were faster, so I guess.
Detect magic up to you. Yeah, you can cast it. Yes, definitely. But
It's a cantrip
I'm
in,
just-
in Pathfinder.
sorry. Yes,
It's very
yes, then
different.
of
Oh,
course.
Yeah.
Can I
Okay,
That's
cast-
what I was.
Hmm.
Detect magic. Let me find it quickly.
It kind of works the
I
same
mean,
way
I
as
have this skill.
classic detect magic.
I'm
from the-
wondering if I should give you guidance.
Right,
Keep the
it's-
guidance
it's
for a
the same.
special occasion.
Yes, you know you can cast guidance through the pendant, right?
Because I think
Um,
guidance can
good.
be used once per day per person.
Ah.
So,
Not once per day, but you're immune for an hour after.
for an hour.
I see, I see. Which 2024 you said or 23? 23, yes. 23 in wilderness lore, you would know there are certain areas where you should stick to, try to prefer where there are the roots that that hold the ground together. There are several practices that you remember that are good, like poking with sticks, prodding with sticks before you move. Yeah, you have the lore. You can figure out some paths. Would you like to guide the group?
Yeah. I'll take the lead if it wasn't like on my person directly.
Sure. Yeah, I
The
can
lead
take.
and the lead.
And I'll take the lead and the lead.
Yes.
Safira is following closely behind. Yep.
Perfect. As you start navigating this area, you do spot a group ahead of you that gets completely stuck in the mud. The others are lowering some branches to get them out. I'd like you all to roll an acrobatics check. As you sort of, if you want, you could also do. Actually, let's do a balance. As you're trying to balance on these narrow root parts and trying not to fall into the muddy bits, as Dracania is guiding you through this.
So what do I have to do to roll?
It's an acrobatics.
Okay. Maybe not high roll for this.
Lol.
Oh, yay! And that is the second highest roll, 21.
17.
9.
Oh, okay. 17 just makes it.
Safira got a nat 20. So,
Oh,
crit
beautiful.
success.
My
I rolled a
God.
9. Let's see.
Can I use my... Can I... No, I don't think...
In fact, I'm gonna compile all of your
I think your
leadership.
familiar can be in your little pouch. No,
Let's see if my familiar does better. Nope.
your familiar is in your pouch.
My familiar is in my pouch, but I still rolled a 9, so.
Can Safira
much-
nat
how much-
20?
How much total for Dracania?
So 21 for Dracania with a 19, and for Safira,
Oh,
I think,
sorry. For Safira, I don't know.
I
why
think it's a 22. But it is a
22?
nat 20, so it's still a crit success, I believe. Like,
Yeah,
if you get a nat
exactly.
20.
I will consider that as well.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah. Okay, so since it's a net 20, I'm gonna consider it as a crit success 9, and that is gonna be
We're gonna
3 to 4. 11 more, 15. Yep, enough. Yes. So as you sort of navigate this practically like a maze, like tight roping between one root system and the other, you see Wisteria all wobbling and about to give as the roots gives way. Dracania leaps immediately and nudges her on the path. Yep.
There you
And
go. Gotcha. I gotcha.
Thank you, dear.
That's okay.
Beautiful. You continue navigating, and this check is more for a long duration of time. This takes 2 hours of navigating, of treading this bog. You are walking quite slowly, having to frequently go a little off path and then go back in. But with your success, you have no issues as you continue going through the bog. 2 hours in, it's afternoon. The sun is lowering slightly, and yeah, you continue through the boggy terrain. Ahead of you, you see an end to this boggy terrain. Right now, Dracania is taking the lead, right?
Yep.
Good. So, Dracania, you're walking forward.
Yep.
As you're navigating through the root system, we're gonna try something.
Okay.
Does a 1 second. Here we are. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit.
Okay. So as you're trying to navigate this area, from within the bog itself, there are quite low-lying trees here. From within the bog itself, a spider net emerges, just shoots out at you. Yes.
I'm just gonna check really quick because I did not actually check if Mr. Armor gives me a but probably it's not gonna give me more than a +1, so it will hit just anyway.
And I need to check flat-footedness because right now you're considered flat-footed, right, for this.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yes. Oh
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
Yes.
For sure. It will.
So I want to make sure that. Good. Yes. So you're balancing across this root system. You from within the bog itself, a splash. As you look, you see this spiderous net coming towards you. Let's see. So you are considered off guard,
Yeah.
and you have minus 10 feet circumstance penalty to your speed right now.
Okay.
It's not a critical hit, so that's good. You can escape from the net next turn, but for now,
Okay.
I would like you all to roll initiatives.
Okay.
As you see two creatures emerging from within the bog, these appendages jutting out, spidery-like, but there's something else. Go ahead and roll initiative. Sorry, this would be initiative is
Initiative, and this uses perception, right?
perception. Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. Perfect.
Unless there's something like that's affect the scenario. I rolled really bad.
21 for me.
Very nice. Okay.
In a second.
6 for me.
Let's see.
12.
6 for you.
12 for me.
12. Okay, so let me see for them. So did anyone get 20? How much did you get, Aylor? Sorry.
21.
Oh, very nice, Aylor. So
I
we
set
have
my
that.
dice all on Shismo.
On the
One
ones.
pointing up, so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
gets the juices flowing down.
Yep.
Wait,
As you should. As
doesn't
you should.
gravity work? Yeah, I do the other way for gravity. Mysteria, how much did you get?
12.
12. Okay. Good to know. And Drakanya, you said 6.
6.
And I believe the Eidolon goes with you, Safira, right?
Yes, to my knowledge.
Perfect. Okay, good. So, Aylor, you are first to react, and let me try to. Yeah, I mean, we don't need to do the map, but for theater of the mind, you can see a bog. I think it is on.
It is.
It's on a
Yeah,
bug.
just for you to visualize. It's a boggy terrain. So two creatures emerge from the bog. These creatures, as you see them, they are covered in mud. They are very brown. They have these long appendages, very spindly, very spider-like. However, they seem to be segmented. They have a main body and a head jutting out from that main body, unlike spiders. What would you like to do, Aylor? As this creature, one of them just lunges and opens its mouth. From its mouth emerges this net-like thing that lunges into Drakanya and seems to have tied her up a bit. Let's
Well,
change the
I would like to cast Daze on the creature.
Beautiful, okay.
She's smooth and like throw it off a bit. The creature has to make a basic will save.
Beautiful. Coming right up, that's a 21.
Yeah, pretty sure that saves. Where is it? That's
So as you shine this luminous light, the leaf does veer off for a moment and then goes back. But this creature dives right down, and you see its eyes just get clean. Its compound eyes just clean up with this membrane that's like an eyelid. It shakes it off and focuses. Anything else, Aylor?
Knowledge. It succeeded. It didn't
Yes.
succeed, right? Just.
Is there an effect that happens if I don't
think
crit
if
succeed?
if it's not a crit succeed, half damage.
Let me
Oh,
see.
that's right. I'm still
What was
using
the name of
5
this?
cantrips.
Yes,
It's
success.
Daze,
A
it's a
success
cantrip.
because it's a basic will save, and basic saving throws. A success, you take half the listed damage from the effect. Whatever.
Exactly, yes.
So yeah. So
Go
you do,
go ahead.
We're starting off at level 3, right?
We are. So it is increased by 1. one tier.
So that is 8 damage, which I mean, then you have to have. That's
Yes,
8
so
mental damage. I don't know if they're done immune to it or something.
I will double check, but I don't believe so. No, they don't have. Yes, nice. You injured it slightly, as it even recoils back into the bog it came from, but it is its turn unless you have something else to do, though.
I will, as my last action, cast Force Bolt, which is my wizard focus spell.
Oh, nice, yeah.
But I did roll an 8 on the attack roll, so.
Total.
How much total, though?
No, sorry. 10 total.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, it goes into
I gave it a sporting try.
into the bog, a splash, and anything else?
No, that's 3 actions. That's me done.
Perfect. And in fact, from the splash that you did, another one emerges, and 2 of these creatures come out. They close in on you with quite immense movements. So yeah, they have a lot of movement. They swim through the bog towards you, 20 feet, and let's see, who will they focus on? I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, and reroll. Yep, according to how you are here. Okay, so Dracania and Wisteria. Yeah, makes sense. So the first one goes to you, Dracania. You see its mandibles prepared and lunges in.
Does it cut through the net as it lunges and uses its mandibles?
It seems to expertly weave through the net. It is its own net. So,
so
does a 16 hit?
No, it doesn't. Well,
wait a second.
I'm like what?
You're
I'm still
off
off guard. It just hits.
Yes, it is -2. Yeah,
it
you're
just
right.
hits.
It just hits. Okay. So that's gonna be a D6.
Also,
That's-
side note. There's also
Yep.
Saphira that can be targeted as a side note.
Okay.
Just, since
Then
you rolled, since
Fair
when you
enough.
rolled, I'm just telling you, just for future.
she would have been the 4 then. She would
Yeah,
have been
yeah,
the 4
yeah,
then.
I'm just
Okay,
telling you for
good
the
to know. Good
future.
to know.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough. That's true. I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, the mandibles
Uh-oh.
make contact. You get 6 points of piercing damage,
All right.
and it has one last action. It's gonna do that. It is agile attack, so I suppose not that big a penalty.
It's a -3 instead of a -5.
Thank you. Yes,
Or
yes,
-4.
that's true.
No, I think it might be -4. I'll check.
Let me just
I'll check
confirm.
for you. The -4.
-4. Good. Okay, sorry. It's a 19 to hit though.
Il Jetsu. Okay, it hits.
No, I'm rolling this high. But hey, I'm rolling low damage, so it's 1 + 4, so 5 damage.
Okay.
And on you, Aelor, it lunges towards you. Same. Actually, before doing anything, should it try the net? Yeah, it'll try the net.
So what do I have to do?
So, it shoots its net. You're gonna have to do. No, it's just an attack roll. Sorry. So that is a 22 hit.
A 20? Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
I will remind
Um,
everyone, you all had a wand of Mystic Armor, and Mystic Armor gives you a +1 bonus to your item bonus to your ACs.
Good to know. Okay, good. Just record that.
Yes, I
okay,
also
so
have
Aelor-
shield.
Yeah, but that you cast on your turn. One,
This one is
+1 is
always. Mhm.
So,
I have to
so
write
yeah,
it down.
you as you're walking behind Rokania, you shoot at that creature, but you miss, and from that puddle, this other creature comes towards you, lunges towards you, and it shoots this net. As you get tangled and as you fight, it's gonna try to attack and bite into you. That is a 13 does not hit, right?
13 does not hit. I do have a -2 to my AC, right?
Yes,
It
that's
does
true.
put me at 16 AC, so it still doesn't.
Good to know. Good to know. Yes, perfect.
Remind
Okay,
me, how
so
do I add things? on
item bonus, there's like a little sidebar.
And in fact, Wisteria, it's your turn as these creatures lunge. They're both on your on your companions, biting into them. You see Aelor using his light techniques fends off one of the attacks. However, Dracania does get injured by one of the mandibles. What are you doing, Wisteria?
I will go in and cast. Mela, I had it here. Archives of Natis. Why do you suck so much? Phase Bolt, which is a 2-action.
Oh, nice.
thingy.
Which are you targeting?
The
Dracania's one or Aelor's one?
Since Sailor seems to be able of handling himself, unless I misread the situation entirely.
No, that makes sense. Makes sense. That's a logical step.
I will target the one that's biting Dracania.
Beautiful. Go for it. Phase Bolt, you said?
Yes, let me just
Is that let me find it.
make a ranged spell attack against your target armor class, okay?
Go for it.
Mela.
If it does not have any circumstance bonus right now, but it would have been good. Yeah, it's a good feature.
I can pass their shields. That's something that I can do.
Yeah.
Like they
That's
have any
interesting.
shields if you want to.
Yeah, these no, but I will keep that in mind.
17, does it hit?
17. Just hits. Yep. Go for it. Yep.
So
just
it's
exactly.
gonna be 3d4 piercing damage.
Go ahead
let
and
me
roll. This creature has already been injured. You do see some burns near its eyes from the radiance from Aelor.
4d4. Because we've
Ah yes, because you are level 3 now. Perfect.
Because it's heightened.
Oh,
Those
right,
items
sorry,
are
sorry.
auto-heightened to
Sorry, yes, I
half your
apologize.
level, kind of.
I am pulling up with the d4s, just a second. I always forget that dice are necessary in this game.
Am I up next?
Yes.
There's
Dracani,
something
you're up
different.
next. Yes.
Okay, just so that I prepare.
And also,
Just
because
one creature on you, one creature on Aelor.
and also I went for Dracania also because she didn't act yet. And
That is fair actually.
okay, 3d4, 4d4. I need one more. Can you lend me a d4? Thank you. Okay, not bad.
Just as an FYI, you can also
11.
interact with the net to remove it from an adjacent target.
11 points
from-
of
for the-
damage.
11 points, very nice. Okay, so that's nice. You do see this creature. How would your phase bolt be? How would it look like aesthetically?
I think it would be like I'm not sure how to describe it. Like almost like what's the name of it? Fairy fire, a little flame that phases in and out of
Okay.
existence until it hits.
Oh yes. It's like teleporting itself because it's phasing in and out. Very nice. Yes. As it goes towards this creature, you see it hits it square in its sort of abdomen area, and you see it lurches. Beautiful. Perfect. Now Dracania, you're up. Sorry. Do you have anything else besides the phase bolt?
That's true.
It is
That
only
has a
one
two.
action.
It's
Sorry,
two.
no.
That's
It
two
is.
action.
That's
But you
two.
have
It's
an
two, sorry.
extraction.
I
You
do
have an
an
extraction. You can. You are all quite close, so moving may not be the best, but up to you.
Shield is a single action if you want to up it up.
Yeah, might as well. I will put up shield. Be
Good, perfect.
prepared to raise shield.
Very nice, good. So you raise shield, Dracania. You're up.
So someone else, not me, can just use an action. Oh wow, that's
Yes. Sorry, is it too loud?
no. I can lower it. It was just sudden
Okay.
change. So, like a creature other than me can use an interact action to just remove it without needing to make a
Yes.
check.
Alternatively, you can do an escape.
Hell.
Let's see.
Okay. So I will.
Yes, you have the card. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. I will use my act together action, which lets me
Yes.
tandem my Eduron and me. I will use a single action. This is how this works. Can you share? You act one together. Either you or you takes an action or activity using the same number of action, and the other takes a single action. Yeah. So, they will take a single action to interact action, remove the net off of me, as Saphira lunges forward and just rips it apart using her teeth and claws and just rips it to shreds.
Yes.
And then as I am coming out of that, I will use, so that costs me, technically, it's gonna cost me 2 actions of mine, and I will cost...
The creature in front of you does look bloody, that's why.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I really need to add this cantrips to the... What was Frostbite? I remember Frostbite does affect me. So far, we've seen it use a will save, and that did well on, relatively.
That's true, yeah.
We haven't seen it do a fortitude save. We'll see. Sure.
Don't ever play poker.
Oh. I wasn't looking at the camera. Yeah. Or is there something better that I could do? Yeah, for now I can't do that. I'm looking at the wrong person. No, you know what? Let's try this instead. There are 2 right next to each other, right? Technically, like the one
They
next
are,
to me.
yes. They are next to each other.
Sure.
Yeah.
I will cast Electric Arc. They need to both make reflex saves.
Ooh. I'm gonna say as well, since they are covered in mud, which is even mostly water, they will have a negative circumstance check to this.
Lovely.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take that.
So reflex.
Reflex, yes.
Reflex. Okay, good. So the first one in front of you, that's a 2, so that's a 10 total.
Oh, that is
And
so
let's say
close
9.
to crit failing. A 9 total.
So no, wait, a 9 plus.
Okay.
It becomes a 17.
Oh wow. Okay. Let me confirm my shit. Where's my summoner? As that 19 is my DC. 17.
So they
no.
failed?
No,
Both
they
of them.
both failed. Istra by 1.
Yes.
Failed that one.
Oh yes, exactly. Yeah,
But that's
true.
fine.
2 plus 8.
That is okay. 2d4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
nice.
nice. So they,
as lightning arcs, yeah. Huh?
yeah, they both take 6 points of electricity damage.
Very nice, very nice. And
With 3d4.
and I'm gonna say.
Oh, right.
Thank
you. 8 points.
Oh, nice, nice.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say you will get extra damage as well given the circumstance.
Yeah,
Go ahead and roll another d4, yeah.
okay. Nice. Alright, so that's a 4.
Okay, yep. Given the nature of the scenario, the creature in front of you gets completely electrocuted, fried. It leaps to the other very effectively, and the one in front of you falls back into the bog, bobbing in and out. Whereas the other creature looks at it. Perfect. Sorry, unless you have anything else, yeah.
I do have one extra
Perfect.
action because just to
Go for
clarify on the way Act Together works, basically I use Act Together as whatever action I want to do or I want Saphira to do, and then the other
Okay.
person gets an extra single action that they can do.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
basically I can
Okay,
get
okay.
like 4 actions in a round, but it's collective with the... So that was like 2 actions
that's
for Act
interesting.
Together, casting spell, single action, and then one extra action myself. Just for even.
Interesting.
the
Okay,
audience at
good to
home.
know.
So
Good to
I
know.
will, you know what, because I...
So Saphira cast the you cast
No,
the
I cast
action
it, she
thing.
did the interact action to free me from
Exactly.
the thing.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
I'll cast Boost Eduron, I think. Yeah, it's a cantrip. I cast Boost, that is a single action, yep. I cast Boost Eduron on Saphira, She now basically gains a +2 status bonus to damage rolls. And yeah, for now that's +2 status bonus.
Beautiful. Cosmetically, her
Yeah.
scales manifest more.
Exactly. Yeah. Basically, I use some of that electricity, pulling it up as well, and it just flows
I like
into Saphira, and you see like her claws just begin to electrify.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. With that, Aelor, you're up next. You're tangled in this net. This creature is trying to bite you, but so far you have managed to fend it off. What are you doing?
Can I still use manipulate actions while netted?
See, you are off guard only. Yes, you can. You're off guard.
Okay,
You're not. I
good.
think restrained would prevent you from doing that.
Yes.
And I'll be like, oh, that's a neat trick, Dracania, and I will cast Electric Arc too.
Hey.
Beautiful. It's just the one creature that's left, just the on fire.
That's
But
fine.
yeah, but it's still, it has a negative penalty to its reflex, and that is a. Okay, no. That's a 24.
Oh, does
Still
it
half-
take half damage?
Yes, if it's not a crit success.
Yes.
Oh, that's not. It takes out.
I don't believe it is, right? A crit success.
I
Your
don't
DC
think-
is
I think
probably
you
like
need a
17.
29 to get.
Yeah, exactly.
That's 7 damage.
Okay, nice. This was relatively untouched. So as you are lightning, it's like it won't fall for the second trick for the same trick twice. So it lunges to the side, completely avoiding it. And yeah, anything else?
Can I use my last action to escape or try to?
Oh yes, go for it. It's a reflex save. Sorry, athletics.
No, I could have used my interact action to free you. That would have been fine. Over.
Okay, it is. Okay, athletics or acrobatics?
I'll use acrobatics.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's
Whatever
an
you want,
18 on the
sorry.
roll.
Perfect.
That's a 22, Jimmy.
Very nice. By the way, you can also use your unarmed attack modifier, but I think still acrobatics. Yeah. With that, you manage to move your way such that you go out of the net, just leaving it behind as it slimily falls off. You have, I believe, one more action, or am I wrong?
No, this escape is an action, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
2 action to cast, 1 action to escape.
Thank you. Perfect. Good. So it is its turn. It is frustrated. Its partner has died. It can still try something. Yeah. It's gonna. Yeah, you are in front of it. You are meat. It's gonna try to. Let's just attack you first.
This has always
so
been Alo's
mandibles,
problem.
You are meat. It's water quote.
So that is a 12 to hit.
Okay.
It doesn't hit.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's a 10 to hit.
Okay.
So hey, that
Doesn't hit.
synced out. And now, yes, it's gonna run.
It's gonna run. Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna run. It's gonna run away. I don't know if you can do anything against it.
No,
I
we
know.
don't have opportunity attack as a skill. Like
None of us are martial enough to opportunity.
Yeah.
There are reflexes things. No, there are certain. Or am I
Yeah.
wrong? I'll
You
double
need
check.
to have the attack of opportunity or reactive strike.
Exactly.
So, none of us
Yes,
have
you
that.
have to take them. No, that's fair. So yeah, you see, it attacks you twice, frustrated, looking at the dire situation, looking at the dragon to the side, and it's gonna just jump in. Yeah,
Oh, it vanishes. It fully vanishes.
yeah, it's
okay.
gonna go underwater. I'd say if you want, you do see it swimming through the bog. You do see the ripples.
Okay.
You know where it is. You just don't have direct line of sight. What I'd say.
Okay.
Wisteria, you're immediately next. It's about 20 feet away from you.
It's still doable for
You-
me.
You see ripples. I suppose your phase thing would eliminate the cover, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. It would circumvent all. I mean, the circumstances bonus
So
to AC because
I
of
will
cover.
I will just do it again. And I'm gonna do
Beautiful.
it
Go for
again.
it.
fuck is my bit? You despawned from my life there. I don't think it hits. It's a 14.
14 does not hit, no, unfortunately.
So you
That
will,
is 2 actions.
yes, so you will see Wisteria try to like wisp again, but it doesn't manage to. Like the reflections in the water, they don't jive.
Fair enough, fair enough. And in fact, as it dips away, I suppose we still have Dracania. You can do your turn.
If I may.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't fucking nuts, my darling.
I would just like to, or, yeah, no, I just fully will use Act Together. Yeah, I might as well use Act Together just for the sake of it. I'll use Act Together and I will cast single action thing. I'll cast Protect Companion. I'm just like, I see Saphira is like enraged, ready to pounce, and it's just like, go. And I cast Protect Companion as a single action, and then she will run forward using all of her feet, all of her movement, goes like, dips down into the bog, and she will lash out using her actions to just fully
Go
wail
get
the
him,
creature.
girl.
And very nice.
Just
yes.
as a point, because I have the feat called Energy Heart, she is resistant to electricity, like by like 1, I think, just has 1 electricity resistance, but also her main attack does electricity damage.
Oh, good to know.
So just put that out there. And I'm going to make some strikes. And that is a 13 plus 10, so 23 on the first one. 20...
Definitely hits.
Right? No, that's counting everything. Yeah, 23 on the first one. Undo. So that's her first action. Then she can use, because she uses, what is the thing called? Yes, and then she has, no, she has forceful, right? No. But she has her tail attack. So she'll do this, and that will be d8 damage. 4 plus 4 for strength, plus 2 for the boosted Yulon. So 10 electricity damage on the first strike.
Very nice. Plus a bonus of even when you attacked with lightning, you would have had an, but no, it wouldn't have crit. Good to know. So there's 12 damage now.
And second strike is again at 23, but it would go down to a minus
21.
5. As that layer minus 5.
No. You're right. Minus 5.
18.
18 exactly hits. Still hits.
Nice. That is 8. Okay. 6 plus 6, 12 points of damage.
Plus 2. So that is enough. Yep.
Oh,
How would Dracania
literally
this?
just leaps forward, just for like using her, like she does have wings, but they're inert, like they're not able to lift her up into the air, but she kind of just leaps forward, dives in, just slashes once, and the entire, like, the water shines out enough that you see the spider in its form just get electrocuted, and then just kind of with the other one pulls up and bites into it and just starts gnawing, fully taking it.
Beautiful. Yep. She feasts on this creature. Very nice. And everything dies down. You do, as everything calms down a little, the splashes. The splashes are replaced with the buzzing of these mosquitoes that that are ever present in the bogs. You've managed to stay relatively dry in this area, but you do see just perhaps 50 feet ahead of you an elevated bit of land, perhaps some refuge from this bog terrain.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go there, and I can see to your boots.
Yes, please. They did take a chunk out of me too.
You start navigating 50 feet away. You do hear some sounds. human sounds.
Oh, maybe it's one of the other groups. Are they close?
Drowning sounds?
Oh, in fact, it is one of the other groups. As you look to the side, some way off track, there seems to be a web with like a cocoon around a humanoid creature.
Oh,
Oh no!
competition.
You hear.
But actually,
Is it
he
within
a good
reach?
person.
Is the doll within reach?
It is. Perhaps going off like 30 feet.
Sure, yeah, let's investigate.
Yeah.
I will move slowly. I'll like be on attentive guard for any other spiders that plan to jump out.
I won't be.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So go ahead and roll a sneak. Sorry, a seek.
Okay.
Dracania.
So that's
Sneak.
a perception check.
Yes. It is.
You seek the sneak and you sneak away from seek.
Okay, that's
Ah,
pretty good
that's
actually. 22.
Me too. You look around now, knowing what you should pay attention to. Okay, it doesn't seem to be any issue. You'll survey the area surrounding this. You look at the web and what it's attached to. It seems to be an independent web, so you'd know spiders are usually sensitive to things moving in their webs. So since it's not attached to the main web, perhaps it could be the wibble.
I think it's fine. Just yeah. I'll stay on guard. But
It's already had
Ah!
effect.
Yeah. And I will cast ignition in my hand and try to like burn away, at least like pull the person down without like burning the whole thing.
Yeah. You put the flame under it, and it's in fact immediately sort of disappears into thin air as it catches fire. You do it such a way that the creature falls down gently, and in fact it is a gnome. He's frightened. You see, he's holding onto a book. He was.
I heard. Are you okay? Did they hurt you? Are you alright?
You do see he has several puncture wounds.
you should check for poison inside your veins. They might have laid eggs.
Go out of here! What is this place? Why did they send us here? It was so comfortable.
I think you should probably make your way back. Is the rest of your group anywhere close by?
He looks down into the
Oh.
bog.
Already. I do slip up for a bit. I will grab. Sorry, I will grab some plants and some dana, something from the ground. I hold it in my hand. They will cast healing plaster on it, transforming into like a medicinal thing, which I will then use to treat wounds with. But I don't know how treat wounds works.
You have to
So I
roll a
need to
medicine
read.
check.
Yeah.
Let me just see.
Like,
Yeah, it's medicine, administer first aid, right? Or no,
no, treat wounds.
Treat
is
wounds,
very
sorry.
specific.
treat wounds. Are you
so-
trained?
In
Are you
medicine.
trained in medicine? Yeah.
Yeah, I am trained in medicine.
Good. Yes, you can do this.
No,
Usually
I-
the vibe is the medicine check DC is usually a
so-
15, though the GM might adjust it based on the circumstance. If you're expert in medicine,
A plus 5, 17 on the roll.
By the way, I hit the noise for the fart noise. By the way, not me.
Nice.
I
Nice.
did Control F because it's
Ah,
fun, but not. Then I
Good,
went to Control
good
F.
excuse,
Control F for
Russell.
control fart.
Good excuse, Russell. Good excuse.
Heavens to
Doesn't
me,
me,
it's a
doesn't
petition.
me.
Okay,
Sorry,
so-
what did you get?
17 and
17. Okay. Let me just see this.
It's
I cannot
vibe,
do Control F now.
basically, the vibe is a trade. The DC is 15 unless you decide otherwise, and it heals 2d8.
Ye-
That seems to be.
Yes, to the 8. Go ahead and do that.
Well,
Yes,
since
I
he's
will.
doing this, I'll turn to Steria, and I'm like,
oh
since my
wow.
brother is a bit occupied, would you care to help me out
Of course.
and ask you to do treatments? as well?
I
will,
13
I
healing
will
by the way.
use the. I will
Very
use
nice.
the spell.
You tend to his wounds, and he seems to be quite injured. He was kept alive just to preserve food in the eyes of the spiders. They had a meal with the other public
Basically, just
companions.
need to roll a
So
medicine.
he had his wounds, and as
I
you
can
treat them and
heal you.
even you
I
alleviate
have
some of
soothe.
the poison that may have been coursing through his
It's
veins.
free.
He's thank you,
yes.
thank you. I gotta
Any
get
more
out of
steps?
here.
Yeah.
And he looks backwards.
Just
Do you think it's safe?
No, but it's
Okay.
safer back than safer
Let me
out.
check if
It's
I'm
not safe,
trained.
but safer.
Oh shit. Okay, okay. Thank you for helping me. It's very kind of you guys.
I'm also.
Good luck.
Good
Wish
luck,
me luck.
whatever I don't know your name is.
It's Car.
Goodbye, car.
Vroom vroom.
I'm also going to do treat wounds on Dracania instead.
Go ahead and do 3 wounds. Yes.
Uh, how much is the DC?
15.
15. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Because it says usually it's 15, but
Yeah.
maybe you
Yeah,
change.
yeah. Unless
I rolled a
there are
19.
some authentic.
I rolled a 19.
Perfect. Do I roll
2d8
2d8 for to heal? Very nice.
Relocate the D8.
And
And
meanwhile,
you
we'll
spend
continue
10 minutes.
moving. Yeah. But
Yeah. You make your way to the safe patch,
Yeah.
the slightly elevated area, which give you some refuge from the boggy terrain. Your boots are now full, just very muddy. And you're you're swatting some mosquitoes here and there. As you move out, it was still quite an ordeal, even just walking through this terrain, balancing all the time. And now you find finally. You do see the sun is setting. The some rumbling tummies, hunger sets in.
Fair enough.
If you'd like to consume a ration, you can do so.
Yeah.
Feel free to do so.
We will start eating into the rations.
I
You
would like to
gained-
also spend
you gained
spend a
9
moment to
HP.
refocus.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Okay, good.
Get back the
what
focus
is-
point I used to because focus points to cast focus spells were like my force bolt. So now I get it back.
Yeah, basically 10
Very nice.
minutes
Thank you.
recovers 1 focus point is the vibe. And
Very
then we
nice.
can get higher level shit that gives us more recovery.
Mm-hmm. Nice. That's cool. Yeah.
I
Good.
think I in
Now
fact have
you
full focus points.
no one ended up in the bog, so that's good. You would have assumed that perhaps diseases and stuff could be a concern if you were there. So hey, you survived this part quite well. You look ahead of you, and beyond this marsh, this boggy forest, there is hilly plains, quite vast. These white sort of sparingly spread trees here and there on the hills. You do spot some buildings up ahead. What seems to be on these hills, there seems to be ruins of sorts. You were told of this. This was once the kingdom, a lost kingdom of Arcane, and in fact, yeah, on the hills, naturally built, there are these ruins. Villages which have like the central building, now most of it fallen. Yep, what would you like to do? Let's see.
Alright, so.
Arene,
Ruins.
Arene?
Renee, it's yeah.
How do you spell that?
So EI.
They mentioned the relay, no, before.
Yes, it was the Lost Kingdom. EIREA double NIE.
Ah. I am keeping, for context, Aelor is keeping like meticulous notes for everything that's happening.
I kind of like the vibe is I'm doing the same. I have like a set of writing, and I look over Aelor every time that he starts writing. I write the first thing he writes, and then I draw something that like basically gives me the context of like the. It's like okay, Erenir, and then I draw like a little castle, like with a tower around it, like a little kingdom.
Beautiful. Yep. So yeah, you do see in front of you this visage. The sun is sitting down. The hilly terrain in front of you. On some of the hills, there are these ruins. Some seem to be forts. Some seem to be villages. Most of them have sort of fallen to the weathering of ages. You estimate this has been 500 years ago. The flooding. So these are what's left essentially. The I suppose the flower right now is disoriented.
Okay.
It is not. I don't know where it's pointing. What would you like to do?
I don't know about you, Drahan, in Wisteria. I think we should check the ruins out. I know there's probably nothing left, like being this close. They're probably already properly looted, but I do have a particular soft spot for history, and I'd love to see this place up and close.
Well, you know me, brother. I have a soft spot for things that people leave behind, and while you might be right, can never hurt to check.
Yes.
As
I would
well, you know
like-
what?
I would like to join the two of you, especially considering that there might be entities in need, people in need.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. As you you go on this hilly area and moving towards the village, you do spot, I guess, in the distance, since this is mostly flat terrain. I mean, it is hilly, so you would see other groups in the distance wandering off, everyone making their own path essentially, and you seem to be heading into, well, there are two, I guess, ruins in front of you. There's one that seems to be more of a fort and a hilltop, and one that seems to be like a village-ish. There's a central main building jutting out, which seems to be near a spring. I don't know if you have any preference.
Oh, a spring would be nice.
Yeah,
I'd
the
get this
spring
mud
sounds-
out of my boots.
The spring sounds attractive.
Yeah, perfect. You make your way down the hill. You head towards this building, and it's interesting. The stone they use even in these simple villages. At least what's left of the village is mainly the stone framework. All of the roofs obviously are collapsed. But yeah, the stone seems to be quite unique. Nothing that you've seen so far. It has this white hue to it, almost like chalk, which is weird. And yeah, you as you approach this village, you see a central structure still jutting out, but obviously its domes and whatnots have all collapsed. You see next to it there seems to be like an abbey of sorts that's also collapsed. The front door is broken in. It was a stone door that just seems to have broken and just fallen to the ground. As you enter this area, yes, you do see in the middle of the village a spring sort of coursing through fresh water. Yep. What would you like to do? There are also, apart from the abbey and the main, I'm gonna call it the temple, kind of. It gives you that vibe. There are like 3 other houses. All next to, all tightly packed. Yeah. What would you like to do?
I think.
Dracania and Lucia, do you hear something?
Why?
Do I?
I don't.
Do I?
Do a seek.
It is a total 20.
There's the water flowing.
It is a total 10.
Total 10. Okay, Wisteria, you are distracted by the buzzing of mosquitoes that have followed you persistently here. You've been swatting at them, and they've been biting you. And Dracania, you focus beyond the sensing.
I'm so used to.
I
I'm so
don't know.
used to mosquitoes. Like I spent months
Fair
in the wastes. Between
Even
Alk and
probably
Mark.
your draconic skin gives you that
Yeah,
extra.
yeah.
fire
They try to
toward
poke.
them.
It's like
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah. You focus now that Ador mentioned it. Yeah, you have to check.
Yeah.
No, nothing really. I mean, there is some, I suppose, skittering here and there between the buildings.
Saphira will start to hunt for like little tiny creatures for food.
Very nice. Okay, yeah.
And
yeah.
my
Sophia-
cat will do the same.
Yeah.
And
they go-
Felice
Okay,
will.
so-
They will work
And Felice
together.
will do the same.
Oh
to
no,
Just.
the tiny
Yeah,
tiny
well-
crickles.
One is less tiny, like a lot less tiny, but you know.
Yeah, significantly. Yeah, they do go hunting. I suppose they would take them in one of the buildings, and they come out with this dog-sized cockroach, this purplish cockroach, as they rip it to shreds.
Disgusting, but appreciated.
No.
No. They
like
can
like
eat
the
right there.
Fallout cockroaches.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
You do hear. I mean, the spring is flowing, and apart from that, everything seems to be normal.
Nice. I'd say if you guys want to start looking at the temple, I'll check out these small houses just in case there's anything, and then, if you'll allow me, I'll get us some water from the spring. And
Of course. See you soon.
Yep.
Good.
Spring water isn't necessarily always that clean. You should
That's
be careful.
That's okay. That's okay, my friend, because as you can expect, Dracania is always prepared and pulls out a water purifier that she bought.
Oh my god!
And
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I did so well giving you all my money to handle this stuff.
basically,
Oh my
the
God.
filtration process negates the liquid's effects and ruins the taste. The center of the tube can be unscrewed from there. Then, yeah, it has like it can actually counter poisons in water, and apparently after each filter can be used to cleanse up to 10 gallons at a rate of about 1 gallon every 20 minutes. So it's like I'm just refilling up our water skins, whatever we drank when we ate our rations. Just
Very nice, very nice. So in the meantime, Aelor and Wisteria, are you going to the temple?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yep. You leave.
I need someone with me to take perception checks.
Because I have been that good,
you have a +5, right?
I have a +7.
Oh, okay, you're even better than me.
And I'm still rolling like ass.
Dracania suffers from heavy plot armor. She fails when it's really necessary and succeeds when it kind of is.
Good. So here we are. Okay. Yeah. So you, the two of you, go head into the temple. You see. I mean, it was once quite. It's impressive that this was achieved 500 years ago. You would say you've only achieved this architecture and this level of building only within the recent 100 years or so. So it goes to show the many techniques that were lost during the floods and the apocalyptic event. The door is basically has just fallen over. You get inside, and as you expect, it seems to be quite bare. There are some sort of places of worship, like altars that were built, elevated places. Specifically, in this temple, there seems to be to the left and to the right 2 altars. They seem to have, in this temple at least, 2 deities that were worshipped, and yeah, you do see some drape fragments here and there, most that have withstood the 500 years. The statues that seem to have been just taken away, but you do see evidence that they were there, be it metal rods poking out that were used to stabilize the statues. You continue looking around. Is there anything anywhere particular that you would like to investigate?
I think I'd like to investigate the altars. See what kind of religion these people maybe used to have, and maybe.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll. Yes, this would be. Let's do a seek, I suppose.
That is plus perception, right?
All of us?
Yes.
The both of
Yeah, you would be with him, so yeah, you can do that.
That's a 20, not nat for me.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
For once, it doesn't look like shit. I'm so happy. Calculator, come to me. 23.
3. Okay, very nice. Yeah.
And I do have dark
Eleanor,
vision.
Oh, nice. It's still sunset, so you do still have some sun rays, but that helps definitely. You go to the altar. We'll start with the left one, I suppose, and you start investigating. Would you spread investigating one and the other, or together? Yeah,
Let's
makes
spread
sense.
apart.
Good. Good. So yeah, Aelor, you take the left, Wisteria takes the right, and you start investigating this. And you do find evidence of a large statue that was here. It was not the conventional statue, though. It was not like a tin pedestal, as you'd expect for a humanoid figure. This seems to be more of a round and large base. You start going around inspecting. Even there is moss that has grown by the edges. This is quite old, so even there are some flowers that even have grown, have made this place their home. Wisteria, you would notice as you're looking here and there, making sure that nothing is missed, you would feel a small breeze coming from deep behind the altar, and you go into the area, and you notice some of these slabs of stones. They seem to be. There's one that is eroded, and as you search through it, you knock. It seems to be hollow. There seems to be like an empty noise behind it.
Not Astaris.
Aelor.
Aelor. Aelor, dear, I might need a little bit of help.
Yeah, sure. What?
And I show him like the loose brick slab.
Yeah, and even you knock on the stone, it seems to be hollow from inside, which is very weird for a stone. Yeah.
Can I try to pull that out?
Yeah.
Can I try to pull that out with a mage hand instead of my fist?
It's wise. It is
Telekinetic
wise.
hand.
Oh no! What's he? No, please don't come for me.
And in fact, Drakanya, you would have by now drawn all the water. I don't know if you wanted to rejoin the party or go
Yes.
check the houses.
Well, I did say I'd check the houses super quick, so I'm not gonna investigate them deeply. I'm gonna look in, see if there's anything.
Yeah.
And we'll-
Yeah, they seem to be quite bare. That's why you would just have a look in each of them. The three houses are quite bare. Perhaps the abbey may hold some secrets, but
Yeah.
as you're going to the abbey, you could check in on the rest.
No, for sure. No, I just wanted to check the houses and then join. Yeah.
Mhm.
I go for
Wait,
it.
wait, did you check for magic here?
We did not check for magic. That is correct, actually.
It's fair.
Can
Would you like to
I-
detect for magic?
Yes. Yes, please.
I eventually walk
Uh,
in.
let-
Did you find anything,
let me-
guys?
And in fact, as you do so, you see Aelor. Are you pulling the rock?
Yes, I'm asking.
Yeah.
Is there a check for magic, or I'm pulling the rock out?
Yes.
Indeed, as you lodge it, as you dislodge it, sorry, from the sides, from the thin, it was not as apparent from the seams between the rocks that were used to build this place, the altar, darts shoot out. They don't hit you because you did this with the mage hand. However, you'd assume that anyone who was in that direction would have been hit. But yeah, they clatter to the floor. Interesting. These darts seem to be quite abnormal. As they fall to the ground, they seem to be more like stingers. Like you would find on wasps. They have these hooks that would actually stick in the victim. With and as you analyze this, Wisteria is casting detect magic. Let me see what I can give you with that.
I will try to pick up a few of these darts and place them in like a bit of cloth and place them in my Dana.
Yeah.
If Dracania is there, I'll put them in her bag.
Good.
I'm like, ooh,
that
what's
would be
fun? Ooh.
six darts if you want.
Okay. I'll take note. Stinger ducks is what I'm gonna call them. For now.
Okay, 30 feet, and it's not blocked. Okay, that's nice. Good. Let's see. Yes, you would get a strong pulse, a strong presence of magic. That's all you know, right? Let me see.
So,
I think for now it doesn't even tell us the location. I just know that there's
Exactly.
magic within the 30-foot
Exactly.
radius.
There seems to be presence, yes, of magic within the 30 feet
guessing
radius.
it's not
Illusion magic.
And as the rock dislodges, it reveals a pathway deeper in. It was quite. As you unlodge this, you notice that there's another there's another slab that needs to be dislodged, and then it reveals a staircase leading downwards.
Ooh. Do you need the light, by the way? Looking towards Wisteria and Dracania.
Not that much anyway.
Okay,
What-
because I
what-
can
what
see
was your
pretty well in the
question?
dark.
Do you
If you need any light.
Actually,
Neither do I.
I fully don't.
Yeah, because I have low light vision, which is like a step beyond dark. Oh, like low. Oh, wait, which one?
I think you have dark vision, though.
Is that the way it works? Low light vision and dark vision?
Like you had low light from Elf,
Yeah.
and then you had like.
Yes. So dark vision is the good one. Low light vision is the
Yeah,
next.
yeah,
Yeah.
One before.
What I do is, as Saphira, like I don't know who's taking lead, but Saphira will go ahead of me, and I will use shared senses, and I will be seeing through through Saphira, who has that
Okay.
vision.
Okay.
I will be taking point.
And she wraps her tail around my waist, like as she's moving forward, and holds on to me.
Very nice. Yes. Yeah, we have Wisteria with Felice as well. They've all rejoined, especially now that something has been found. And Aelor leading the march. You start going deep down. This is very damp. This area, as you have to even crouch a little to get in. There are several worms going around, the creatures that have not seen daylight, and as you even start making your way, webs, spider webs here and there, especially after your recent experience with that. But these seem to be different. These seem to be a little more flimsy. They are normal spider webs, perhaps. Smaller than the others. They don't tangle with you as much. But yeah, you start, bless you, you start going, descending the steps. The rocks are quite slippery. There's these various kind of mosses and stuff that have grown. Go ahead and roll a reflex save. Just it's gonna be a low to see, but yeah, just for the fun of it.
What?
Yes, please, a reflex saving throw.
How can that be fun?
Oh wow, that's good.
18
Yes.
actually.
Always fun to roll.
Okay.
So it's a.
I rolled a 10.
I rolled a 19
Let's
on
get
the
it
die.
Oh, that's
Plus
Okay,
7.
good.
so.
I was only
Plus
doing this
7,
for
so
you, Wisteria.
26.
23 for Dracania.
Wait, you said the reflex, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you
26.
good.
23 for Dracania, 16 for Saphira.
Very good. Yes. You all slowly descend. It's not difficult. And going downwards. I mean, there's no light now. You're down into a corridor. What you assume seems to be linking to the abbey. So the temple was next to the abbey. You seem to be underneath the abbey itself. There are some collapsed parts of the ceiling that shed some light. Very very thin rays of light. And you continue going forward. This seems to be quite abandoned as well. There's rubble here. However, there seems to be some intact things. There's to the side. There seems to be like what was once a painting, but has now faded away. It has been eaten up by plants.
Is it like a framed painting or is it like a fresco kind of painting?
It seems to be like a framed painting. The frame is now mostly rotten, but I mean, actually, most of it is missing. But it's still there seems to be evidence of a frame. Even there seems to be a wooden what perhaps was a cabinet or of sorts, but now it's completely rotten and just fell to the ground. But there are other things that, yeah, I mean, even in the cabinet, you notice there are. Drapes and stuff that have been eaten through, but it shows that perhaps this place was eluded the eyes of previous searches. Ahead of you, so this is like a corridor. Ahead of you, there's an opening. There's a door, a rotten wooden door that seems to be locked. You notice that as you approach it, it's when I say locked, there's a piece of metal that is rusted. On the other side, but you'd imagine, yeah.
Can we see through the door? Does it have enough holes in it? We can see through.
Definitely. You do see through. It seems to be a antechamber of sorts. There's not much light, but what you can make of the place, there are a number of chests, wooden furniture. There's a statue at the center, trying to make out the shape. It seems to be like a low-lying creature. It's difficult in this with the gaps in this lighting, and it's quite a big antechamber actually. There's also I suppose so. There are 3 other exits to this place. What you see from the holes up ahead, opposite you, there is a stone door still relatively intact. To the side, there seems to be an opening that has some light. Perhaps it connects to the upper side. Yeah, not sure. What would you like to do?
I think Safira would move towards the door, whatever is left of the door. Kind of rest her hands on it and then look back to all of us and be like, "Erp." And just
Beautiful.
pushes them down.
Yep. The door pushes. She does feel some resistance. As she pushes, you do see webs that were wound around the door, just they tear. And as she looks towards you, you enter.
Yep.
I would enter.
As you're at the mouth of the doorway, you hear skittering. You look around. It's quite dark. You do see creatures walking around on the ceiling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you all to roll initiative.
Damn.
As you take in the view, your surroundings, not the view, you notice there seems to be a spider.
19 total.
Two spider. Thank you. I'll tell you then. A spider, 2 spiders, and something else. Something larger than the spider. The spider seems to be dog-sized, not like the one that you've fought before. They're not the bog spiders, they're large spiders. But there are 2 what seem to be hunting spiders, and something else. It has claws, but it has also a vague humanoid shape. And so let's go initiative. And for this, I would like Karn to also roll initiative. And Karn, would you like to describe yourself?
Sure thing. So on the ceiling, you see. I'll start from the bottom. I'll leave the surprise for the end. So you see 3-legged like claws almost, which are wrapped up in like these decaying, tattered leathers. All the way up, he has like purple. This is just all like trashed clothing. Might have been nice once upon a time, but this is just completely tattered and literally almost moldy, like decaying purple and red clothes. He wears chainmail armor on top, rusted, just completely not cared for. He is quite large. It's like 6 feet. His face. Well, you currently only see 2, beady red eyes, and you see like a long ears that kind of point up. And out of its body, there are 4 spider legs hanging out. And
Nice.
upon your entry, they all light up with oh no.
Luminescent.
That word. on the inside of the legs.
Very nice, very nice. I don't know if you
So-
see the dungeon I've drawn. Is that
I-
visible?
I am seeing it. I found
Oh, nice. Okay. You've come to the antechamber, the large area here. Let
So
me
what
see if
is-
I can
what-
add stuff.
what-
I've
Carnage?
added 2 tokens. One is mine as Dracania, one is mine as Saphira, but I need to
Oh, thank you very much.
at most
Wait.
distinguish them a little bit. Can
Because we haven't done icons, yes.
I? Yeah, I haven't made an icon for.
That's my bad as well. Let me just use the standard that they offer. So let's do. We have human elves. Okay, Wisteria, are you okay with this? Is this the same that you're seeing?
Let me see. I'm not seeing what you. Oh, it there. Okay.
Ah, sorry. Yes.
Yeah,
No, I'm seeing
okay,
yours. Yes, I didn't see them yours.
For Wisteria.
Yeah,
Ah,
sure.
Sure.
by mistake I put Mysterias on the map layer. Here we are. Okay, so this could be Wisteria. If you want, if you're into, are you okay with that?
Yes,
an
yes, it's
elf.
okay.
An elf could be Aelor. And we have our weird creatures. Let's do this. That. And is there a spider? I'm
Hey,
gonna use
that's
goblins
not
for now.
polite. His name is Karn.
His full name is something else though.
Hmm?
Carnicular.
Carnicle.
Yes. So, Karn, you, where would you be within this? You wouldn't be hanging from the roof, right?
I would be on the roof, yes.
Okay, good. So, the spiders seem to be all on the roof. In this kind of pattern, we have webbing all throughout the area, enveloping everything. And yes, as you open this bit, this seems to be more preserved. Doors closed, less rot. Still, there is a level of decay and everything, but seemingly better preserved. Definitely, the door ahead in front of you, over here. That seems to be this intricate marble. Now that you look at it again, it has withstood the test of time, and still has some engravings, adornments, and whatnots. Yep. That's what you get. You do also
Actually,
find. Yeah.
I would be on the ground, not on the, because I don't
Okay.
think we have a climbing.
Then yeah, you would emerge from the side perhaps if you'd like
Yeah.
to.
That's fine.
Good. And yeah, you do also spot as you enter the room. I'm gonna say you're all sort of together here in this direction. I don't know if you want to pull a Saphira as well.
I was trying to say if you can use from the free assets. There's like a dragon. If you can give me that,
I'll find it. Yes, I can do a search.
just so that they're.
Yes.
Because otherwise
Dragon.
I'm gonna have two silhouettes and I won't be sure which one is which.
That is fair.
There's it's called a dragon red Devon Knight from free assets.
Let's find it. Why is it not coming up?
I just can't drag it on because I think I don't have rights since I'm not in the.
Oh,
Since I'm
could
not
be.
here.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, because I'll try and keep track. It's okay.
Ah, okay, I can find it from. Is it creatures and monsters?
Yep.
Ah, perfect. I was in the wrong area. Dragon.
If you'd like, I'm gonna
Here we
post my character on the group chat.
Yeah, go for it. Yep.
Okay, nice, thank you. And then if you can just right
Perfect.
click and give me.
Oh,
rights.
yes.
I don't know if you did that
Yes.
for everyone. That's.
Yeah, I have to do that for everyone. Let me see. Let's do this. So,
So if you want, I can make. Ooh, shit.
they've changed a lot about this, no?
Isn't it just right click the gear settings and then you have the option to like give control? Isn't that how that works?
No. Ah, the gear immediately. Ah, yes, I was right clicking. I know you can do gear, I guess, immediately. So, controlled by and this is scale, I suppose. right?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
That's fair.
All right, thank
Let
you.
me give
I'm open.
Let me give the rights to others as well. So Aelor, here we are, and this is Wisteria. Very nice. I'm gonna do here you have Carrico. Good. Let me do Adam as well. Here we are. Perfect. So in front of you, these skittering arachnoid creatures are alerted by your presence. They seem to be looking towards you with the intent of well, eating you, pretty much. And yeah, initiative. Yes. So 20 and above. No, 20 to 15.
Wait.
15.
No?
Yes, I am 19. Sorry.
19, nice. Wisteria is 19. Aelor, how
17.
much? Sorry?
15.
Okay. Good. So Karn
Go ahead.
and Aelor, 15.
I'm 17, Russell.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Yes, I did write you there.
Okay.
The two spiders. And how much did you get, Rakanya?
6. No, 9. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say,
okay.
6 and 9 for initiative so far.
Giggity.
Good, Rakanya. So you have 9, and we have this. Perfect. So, yes, as I was saying, inside, and as you enter, you do notice there are by the sides of the spider skeletons. They have been eaten to the bone, so to say. The spiders look, and Wisteria, you are up first. What are you going to do? There's this strange creature ahead of you, and yeah, and 2 spiders. What's your call?
I assume that the goblins are the spiders.
Yes.
Yes, sorry. I'll try to change them as well.
The creatures there were like spiders, and the creatures monsters.
Yeah, I'm sure there are, right. I was just.
I'm going to.
Here we are. Yes.
Spiders are
going to
like the
cast-
third highest, most common D&D enemy.
Fair enough.
I'm going to cast shield, so I'm prepared to raise shield in case of need. And then once again, my beloved cantrip that I love very much. If I could find it, Phase Bolt.
We do have will saves and stuff if you want to use.
How far are we? Or is each square 5 feet, by the way?
It is a massive antechamber.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, then I might not be able to use it. Let me check.
Yeah, 55 feet on each of the smallies.
Okay.
and 50 on
Allora,
the-
give me just a second.
Does it? So it looks like they're not fighting each other, right? Like they all look. What as one?
Yeah, they seem to be
Okay.
communicating almost with each other.
Okay.
Even the skittering, the mandibles.
Just as a note,
Um,
because I didn't know I was so visible, he also has a shield and a gladius sword in hand.
You would see
Okay.
that.
So okay, there's some more intelligence here. I would like. We can.
Just a second.
Take your time. You would know that from the west of this room, there's a light source. The door has been broken down. There seems to be rubble. Perhaps the roof collapsed, and it's linking towards the outside, perhaps in the abbey.
Although we have not shown any kind of hostility towards you guys yet, by the way.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to wait.
The spiders haven't been
It's
like
not up to you,
friendly, no?
Adam. It's
I
not up to
know.
you.
Just
It's not up to you, Adam.
get out there. I have not
Yeah.
done anything yet.
You have decided the situation, so you have to lay that.
Okay.
I'm going to. Can I take back the shield?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Can I use one movement to move?
You can move yourself.
I'm trying to see how.
You have 5 squares with one move action.
Let me see where is the ruler.
You were here, right? You've moved 20.
Yeah.
You can move up to here at most.
Mm-hmm. Gonna move one more, and then I'm going to cast Void Warp on one of the tiny ones.
Okay, good. Go for it. Attack roll.
Whatever that does.
It's not. It's not. It's not an attack roll.
Fortitude
It's a
save.
fortitude save.
Ah, sorry. Yes, of course. Fortitude. That is a 16 total.
That fails.
That fails, my dude.
Nice.
Which means that
What happens?
You just failed. You didn't critical fail, right?
Yeah.
No, I did not critical
You
fail.
need
I
a
think.
9.
Okay.
to critical fail.
This is a cantrip, so it's heightened. So
3d4.
3d4 damage.
Yeah.
Good. Go for it.
It is void damage.
Void damage. I don't know if it's
Okay.
something that they are resistant to.
No, they're not.
Where is my? Where's the? There it is. Ten points of damage.
Nice. Okay, good to know. 10 points of damage as you blast this bolt that phases in and out of existence.
No, that
anything
is
else
an-
from your end?
That is.
This is void warp. This is a different cantrip.
It's a-
Oh,
different
sorry. Okay, yeah, okay, good. I see. That's why it's different. I didn't really catch that. Good. Yes. As you create a kind of black hole, a mini black hole in this target's vicinity, as it hits him and gnaws off a part of his body. Very nice. Anything else from you, Wisteria?
No, I have done everything.
Very nice. Karn, your turn. You see these intruders. They have entered here. They advance your pets, so to say. They seem to look at them, skittering, clashing their mandibles. What would you like to do?
I will shout out if I can. Why have you come here? I understand that one of you has been hostile, so we will attack this one. But the rest, I would like to know why you are here.
You hear this human voice. Yep. Good to know.
And I will, I will. So, I will. Where's it called? What's it called? So, sorry. I will use a moment unending. That is one of my icons. And then I will cast electric arc against names.
Wisteria. Very nice.
Now, does that work that the other target has to be within 30 feet of the first target? Or is it 30 feet for both targets?
So wait, are you only attacking Wisteria or
I don't like Wisteria. It's true. It's true.
Okay.
Right.
One target to the other.
My bad,
Each target takes 2d4. That is true.
Good,
It doesn't
go for it.
apply. Like it doesn't tell you whether.
Doesn't really say. But I will try to focus it on her.
Okay, good. I'll make a note and I'll check as well later. Go for it.
So
what are you
reflex
doing?
save, I believe.
So Wisteria,
A
go ahead and roll a
basic
reflex save.
Yep.
Yes, I shall now roll a reflex.
Oh, I think the way it's worded is both targets have to be out 30 feet away from you. So that you can't
Okay.
leap 30,
Cocked.
but you can
Got
go.
you. That makes sense. How much?
11.
No, that does not make it, unfortunately.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, that's good. That is 11 lightning. Electricity,
Okay.
sorry, damage.
Good. You see, how would you describe these Karn?
Out of his spider legs, they like you can see inside they're like blue strips, and they also almost like pulse, and they go up into his upwards and out of his sword towards.
Very
Wisteria.
nice. Yep. Wisteria, you are caught off guard. This creature, it talked. It spoke to you, and suddenly it got up, walks to you in a very humanoid fashion. It has the sword as it points towards you, and this arc of lightning just. It was more about catching you by surprise. You were not expecting this. Very nice. Anything else, Karn?
That's it.
Okay. Aelor, your turn.
I'll be like, oh, we did not know you were not gonna be hostile immediately. I will. We can talk. We can send this one into timeout, and I will like walk up to Mysteria and cast invisibility.
Beautiful.
She's gone. She's gone.
Beautiful. Okay. So Wisteria is right now invisible.
And,
Go ahead and
Aelor has
the spiders seem to be confused. They look at you for direction. Karn.
I'll let them to. I'll tell them to go behind me. Actually,
Okay. They skitter behind you.
not so close AOE wise. Like 10,
Okay.
10 or 15
Okay.
feet sideways.
They go to the side like that.
Yes.
They go to the side.
Yeah.
They go to the side. Waiting for your command. Your command. Dracania, what would you say?
I will also move up, like, so Aelor has moved. forward,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
I will move up.
This is as far as I could move.
I will move up here as well. Just kind of like raising my hands. I'll say Safira will use an action of ours to. Well, yeah, I'll do it as a tandem thing. So tandem action, single action for them, and the single action for me. Yes. We were attacked before by spiders outside. We thought you were some hostile entity that awoke when we entered the space. We're explorers. We thought this place was fully abandoned, and we are trying to see if there is anything left of the ancient civilization that once used to be here. And I'll use a shield action. Just for safety. And at most I guess I don't know if I can do like a, I don't know if it's like a recall knowledge on this creature as like my last action, or
Yeah.
I don't know, something like that.
Go ahead. Do you have religion?
I do. No, I do not. I do not.
You can try. You can try religion if you like to.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. Especially behind him, there seems to be a statue.
I see. No, it's only a 3.
A 3. Fair enough.
Yep,
The statue seems vaguely arachnoid,
Okay.
but that's all you can get. I'm gonna say that for now we're out of combat unless you do anything otherwise, and we'll return back to initiative. So, Karn, what would you say to this?
Wisteria
I will-
Wisteria has a minute before she pops out of invisibility.
Okay,
Sure.
I'll keep that in mind. Yeah.
I'll move up 20 feet.
Okay.
I'll keep my spiders back there. I'd say, well, there is a lot left here, but it is under my protection. What are you looking for, and why are you here specifically in
Well-
this chamber?
Well, I was brutally honest. I've done it, but otherwise, we are looking for the lake in the Weeping Peninsula.
The Lochiol.
Lochiol. Yeah,
Lochiol.
Do I
That
know
is-
anything about
that
this?
is our final destination. We're simply looking around.
Yeah,
Alright.
Lochiol is perhaps another day's travel from here down south, and even Karn, as Wisteria performed that void that void warp, reaching into this domain of nothingness, and you get a feeling. You've never seen this from previous intruders. You've never encountered this, but something echoes in the back of your mind. Something along the lines of, wait for the one that treads the life and death. Treads the line between life and death. And it's an uneasy feeling that you can't shake.
So Oh
You,
yeah.
you notice him look a bit like frazzled, but he's still looking stern and
But yeah, that is our goal. That is our intent. If this area is protected and it houses people we would want to disturb you, more, we'd be interested if you'd more like to talk about what this place was or is. We'd like to learn.
Aelor will, in the meantime, sneak off to the walls and start inspecting the daggers. And oh wow,
Yes, that is my brother. He is quite a studied archivist and interests himself in culture and ancient civilization.
well, I will first just introduce yourselves first. Let's be
That is-
let's be a bit
Um,
more
May I ask
friendly.
before may our companion return to us here? We can assure you that we will not continue to be hostile. If needed, we may treat your ally for any wounds we sustained. It.
It's no worries. He will take care of himself. Yes, she may come back. I am actually interested to speak to her.
Then yes, brother.
oh yes.
And as the visibility drops, this is Wisteria.
Wisteria will curtsy.
That over there is my brother Aelor.
Aylor, go ahead and roll
Hi.
a seek perception check.
I am
Yeah,
Dracalia.
sorry, I'm gonna send the
10.
spider off with Aelor just to see what he's doing.
And this is my trusted other half, Sabina. As she kind of does a little bit of a, not a star aggressively, but kind of like a, and kind of gives
yes,
like draconic smile.
Yes, I am cool. Yes.
Yeah,
Keep talking about how cool I am.
that's the word. Yeah.
Well,
And
I was once called Arcane, but we don't use names here. We're just here to defend the sanctum.
Well, may we use that name to refer to you? For
You
now.
may use Arcane. Yes, no problem.
Good.
Well, you are currently within the sanctum of the holy goddess Anara, who selflessly gave up her life for us.
I see.
And in fact, how much did you roll, Aylor?
It was a 10 on my seek, but I do have religion, if that helps.
Yeah, religion would make more sense, yes.
Then I have a. Well, it's still just a +5. So it's still a 10.
No worries, no worries. You're going around and you do see some portraits that are still relatively intact, and they depict these two goddesses. You have an arachnid, a spider-like goddess, roaming the lands, and above her there is a wasp-like entity. Both of them large, both of them roaming, and it sort of tells a story. These two goddesses always together, protecting this what seemed to be the kingdom. That's at least what the depiction seems to be referred to. The kingdom of Arcane. And the depiction progresses, and it sort of as Karn is explaining this, they do see the two goddesses hand in hand fighting an onslaught of creatures, these very shadowy shadow-like creatures. And that's where the story ends, until Karn says that Anara, she sacrificed herself for humans, right? That's what you said, Karn. Yeah,
For
the
us,
humans.
I just said for us.
For us. That's fair.
I have been here for, well, I do not know from when, but I have been here since the flood,
It's the
protecting the sanctum with my brothers.
It's
For
been
like 400 years? Is that how long it's been?
Doesn't
Yeah,
feel like that.
yeah, it does. It is.
I only awaken when there's people within the sanctum.
You do
Does it
see
have an
various
offer?
even creatures.
A couple of times. It's good to get some practice in.
Okay.
But I sense something within you. Well, within you when I stare at Wisteria's eyes.
Oh,
Tell
what
me,
do, what do you need from me?
where do you come from?
Or who do you need from me?
Interesting. Who are we talking about?
I was trained to commune with spirits.
I'm seeing Aegon super out of
Same. Just zooming.
Just.
What did you say? What did you say, Kira?
I was trained to commune with spirits. In case there is anyone that you wish to reach out to, I might attempt to establish communication of sort, using my own self as vessel.
Interesting.
So,
I lean into
Who
Styria.
do you
Perhaps be careful how you offer that to random people that we just meet. But you know, yeah, you do you.
I do not have a specific person, but I was told to wait until someone of your background enters the space. So now I am unsure what my duties are. Was I, DM, was I given a specific relic to protect? Or was it just the chamber?
You are supposed to protect the septum. The septum is behind the marble doors.
Okay. And what is a
It's been
septum?
opened.
I tried to look up what a septum is, and I get this septum piercing, and I don't think it's that.
A septum is meant to be a barrier.
Okay.
It's in this case, it's referred to as the barrier between the outer temple and the inner part of the temple.
Okay.
That's what they, at least in this specific religion, that's
So-
what they refer to the innermost chamber.
So where they came from was like the back door.
They came from, it was a storage room, but it was, no, sorry, it links towards the temple. It was a
Okay.
passage towards the temple. You know that you usually enter from the abbey. There's a gap in the wall. But yeah, even from for your context, Karn, you had this command that has kept you going all these years, and now you feel somewhat as though the chain has broken, but you're not sure what to do with it. You're not. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to be a guide? What are you? Yeah, it's up to you.
May I join you? The lake is only a day's travel south. I am from these lands,
It,
and I would like to learn more about your friend here.
I guess in this scenario,
You would be
I
an excellent source of primary information.
Aelor, remember
for
what
the
we
area
talked
being-
about natives in their
I'm not sure what
area?
any of those words mean,
Refer
but
to them
thank
as
you.
people and not as subjects in your studies.
Well, primary sources come from people.
Yes, but
So I-
That's what Curious usually teaches. So yeah, makes sense.
Okay. I would appreciate your assistance, Arakarn. It would be greatly appreciated, actually. We are in a bit of a time crunch when it comes to finding the lake. But
We are.
I don't wish to pull you away from whatever, perhaps, if you had duties or is there anything here that you might need us to help you with before we move off?
I feel like my duties have been removed, but I would like to cover up the hole that you came from, because you are not meant to come from that hole.
Okay. Sure. I think that can be arranged. We can. It was a hidden entrance, right? Aelor,
It
Mysteria?
was indeed. It was.
I think we can perhaps, if we reapply whatever we did to open it, perhaps it will re-hide itself. Make it a
Also,
little
I
more-
have been here for a very long time, so if you say
Seems
it's been
like-
400 years, I
It
have not
has.
seen the surface
If
since.
you have been here since the flood, then it has been centuries.
You do know, Karn, that there are also caverns and cave systems that usually you hunt for food.
Yeah, I think I've never been up on the surface.
Exactly.
Well-
Yeah, exactly.
Well, be wary. I understand that creatures that tend to live in the underground might suffer a bit from sudden intense sun, but it might be actually dark right now at this point, or it's getting close. So it might be not
Be
as bad.
nice.
But
It would be nice to hunt on the surface for once.
I want to preface a couple of spiders that attack us up there. Are you able to talk to spiders? Perhaps we will try to, respect your people going forward.
I cannot speak to them, but we have a respect towards one another.
Okay. We will
If
try
you
to show
want,
the same respect.
If you want, Karn, go ahead and roll a. This would be. Let's say a religion check.
16.
16. Okay, with 16, you'd know that over the past few centuries, this past century, you used to be with a community of spiders. You could communicate effortlessly using your body languages. You'd hunt. So they would help you. However, recently there has been a stir within the spiders themselves. They seem to be under an external control. In fact, it is only these two that have remained with you here and hunt with you.
They don't. They don't fight with me. Like
But typically
there's,
they don't attack you.
they don't attack me. There's that level of understanding.
Yeah.
I would like to find out what is going on because things have been wrong.
Sure.
I gladly welcome your input.
We can head up together then. We'll try and figure out how to hide this entrance if there's nothing else you need here, and we can chat. We are about to make camp, more than likely. Perhaps
You can
share
camp
stories.
down here should you wish. I would like to go up actually.
Let's go.
It's
me-
nice to
give me a
sleep under a
moment.
night sky.
In a moment. I will communicate with the other spiders and tell them like that I'm gonna be gone for a bit. And I will tell them that about this hole that there is, so that they can be an extra alert for it, and that's really all I can do. But
They look at each
I
other.
feel like
They
my
they
feet
wiggle.
tied to something else now.
Yeah, all you remember is that command: protect this place until the one who treads the line between life and death comes. So that's all you know. The spiders wiggle a bit and they skitter off into the cave systems. Yep, do you exit the antechamber is it's there's the marble doors downstairs. There is to the left, so to the west, there's an opening. I suppose there's no longer light actually at this point because it was sunset and now it's nighttime. So that's to the left. You know that there's an opening that leads to the outside where you came from, which leads to the temple, and to the right you haven't explored, but that's it's up to you.
So I will go. Okay, then in that case, I will go back and plug this hole, basically.
Yeah, easy enough. So you retrace their steps. You get to this place where there's a stairway going upwards, and you move the slabs of stone back to their place. Yeah, very nice.
And then I'll have some of the spider just like web it down if I can.
Yeah, good.
And I'd say, shall we? There's an opening
Oh, yeah,
up
Sure.
through here.
sure.
Oh, thank
He
you.
takes you towards the opening that leads to the abbey. The abbey is these columns that some of them have fallen down. The roof is completely completely collapsed. In the center there are some remnants of elevated floor, some stairs that have collapsed, etc., etc. But it's nice here. It shelters you from the the elements. Yeah, it has this a weird cold vibe. Even especially as you look around, sometimes you see skeletons of creatures, various creatures, some humanoid, some insectoid. Yeah, what would you like to do?
As a note, while he's walking, he walks in like this weird, using his legs and his other legs. So it's kind of like because it's so used to stealthing around this place to hunt. So it's kind of a weird mix of them both, which to you is probably quite strange.
Yeah. That is
Fascinating.
Yeah, I'll start.
See, Aelor is observing.
Yeah, I kind of like. I'm a little bit wary still, I think is the vibe. But. Like, I guess in this moment, I don't know. I do like a sense motive on.
Yeah. Go
Jordan,
for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Have to roll something
That is
against, or
Really bad.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. Let me find it.
is it under?
wait.
Is it under
No, wait.
something?
Let me find the corresponding. Make an
Diplomacy,
impression.
probably.
Make an impression. Exactly. Diplomacy. Make an impression.
Okay, it's so very good. 12.
Okay.
Mine
And from
is
your end.
worse. Mine is like a 4. I
Okay.
don't. Since most of his perception, probably perception, so 9. It's still
Yeah.
bad.
Okay. Yeah,
Can I-
you are right to be wary. This
Can I
is a
also-
creature that.
Can I also
Yeah, go
try?
for it. Go for it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this is a creature you just met.
Yeah.
Underground with 2 spiders who
Yeah.
seem to be protecting something.
19 total.
But now, 19Q. But now has left his post and is following you.
Yeah.
Yeah. In your case, Wisteria, you look at this creature and you see a lost sense in him. Exactly, something like he wants to find where he belongs. He's searching for something. That's what you gather from these, even from the conversations you've had below.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just take that in, kind of put it in my mind, and start making camp. I kind of ask her like put down their dono. I'll take out bedrolls from each of their satchels, line them up, and yeah, I'll set up a bit of a camp. I'll look at Card, and unfortunately, I don't have a extra bedroll, but perhaps we can muster something. I actually have some of the. I did pack some winter coats in case it got a little bit cold, so we can perhaps make a bit of a more natural bedding of sorts to make it comfy. If that's something you'd be inclined for, then yeah, I'll set it up and then he can use it.
I'll probably find like a wall somewhere.
Immediately, I'm picturing Felice just fully takes the center of that that bundle.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like
Of
immediately, like takes the most like central spot that is inconvenient for anyone to sit. And
Of
it's like,
course.
Or
of course, yeah,
Of
before
course he
sleeping,
does.
yeah,
he will speak a bit with you.
yeah.
He will ask, "Is it? Do you all look like this up there?"
Well, I guess me and my brother look kind of similar, but Mysteria is very different from us. There's a lot of other different people.
I mean, you're all elves, no?
No, Mysteria's like candle, like ghostly wisp.
Okay, okay,
hair.
that's one.
No. Fully like shadow realm person.
Okay.
And Karn, you as you're talking even with these humanoid creatures, you remember a time. It's like watching a movie. It's not truly remembering. This was not yourself. This was something else. You remember a time where this person, which looked like yourself, was walking with his human companions, and you were running away, and you remember.
Yep.
Rather than remember, just watch.
I
as
was
this creature. Yeah.
But
I
you know,
was.
there's a lot of different types of people.
I
And
I
you,
I think I was once like you.
Oh, oh, interesting. Like us or traveled with people like us?
Both
Oh, cool. That's interesting.
things happen though.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember, if you were from the time before the flood, I can only imagine what things you've seen. We have no context. We barely have any context for what came before the flood.
What year is it?
Remind me, 14
it's actually
something.
473.
473.
Does that mean anything to me? No, right? Because it's a
Well,
new.
it's
Oh, it's a
473 years
completely new system, yeah.
post the flood, is what
Yeah,
I'll just
exactly.
very quickly explain.
What date was it when I was running away?
It could have been, I suppose, like 20
What is the?
post,
Oh,
Okay.
still posted.
post flood.
It will be 20
Yeah.
plus. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the apocalypse, the Luvia, it's called the event. The Luvia lasted a long period of time, and even afterwards, the repercussions were felt even more afterwards as well in different places.
And
Yeah,
I was from during the flood,
Oh,
not
yeah,
after.
I see.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you lived before the flood, yeah, but fair enough.
Okay. Alright. I think I would go about giving a general, very like, on a society level description of like, it's like now there are these city states and there's these various things. There are some like wars going on around, and like I'll give a general like rundown of like what you would tell a 12-year-old as they're becoming an adult. Like this is the word.
There's war.
Are there
I will interject every so often to like
Yeah,
Just
he actually
like some
drop
elaborates.
facts? Drop some minor facts.
Yeah.
And
I
as
will
you
ask-
dis-
Can I try
sorry,
to?
sorry.
Can I try
Yeah.
to roll an arcana check on Karna to try and understand if there are other entities within him?
Ooh,
I do not have an exact skill for that, but
could you roll an occult?
sure. You are the DM.
Let me see. Yes, let's do that.
I rolled an
And
nat one.
as a medium,
I rolled
how
a
much
nat
do you-
one. This is not a good day for me.
that's fair. That's fair. As a medium, how do you interact with spirits?
I think you have like an action specific for it.
Yes, I allow them to possess my body.
Just that you cannot see them in the beginning. Just invite them, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
That's
enough.
something I think
Um,
you'll be able to access at
at higher levels, I think.
like probably like literally next level you'll be able to get that from like an analyst.
Probably yes.
You try using your occultism, trying to get the like hints of other creatures present within Karn. It's difficult. It's nighttime. You're tired. The bog has taken away most of your energy. Perhaps tomorrow you could try again.
You will notice that when you met him, his eyes were like a golden red. Now they're just red. And his shield now has the symbol of a spider on it.
Oh.
But before there was nothing.
Interesting.
Nice.
He will ask, are there any people who look like me? Any are
Yeah.
insectoid, arachnid?
To my knowledge, no, right?
I already know the answer is no.
No, you've heard of the
The arachnids
races
like
within-
here, like the monsters
the
here are the
arachnids,
closest.
but even arachnids are not arachnoid humanoids.
Yeah, that's
so
what it's like just
yeah,
No, actually,
not that was.
none that I've
So
met.
will
Maybe they
this
might
be
in
in
the
this
Underdark.
will this be an issue?
Well, I would find it hard to believe our where we are from. We are a very investigative and curious people, so I don't think where we come from specifically, like we live in these. They are called the Arcane provinces. It's a bit complicated to explain the political scenario of it all, but like basically I'm sure you'll be welcome there. As soon as we go into more of the civilian territories, it might be a little bit off-putting to some people who are less open-minded. But we'll deal with it. Like if you travel with us, I'll find a way to talk my way out of whatever situation we might get ourselves into.
Okay.
And you all continue to discuss. Do you have a campfire going or no?
Yeah, I would start up a
Yeah,
small.
that's nice.
Like we are covered though. We're in like a.
You are sheltered. You don't have rooftop, but it's nicer
But
because
it's-
you do see the night
Yeah.
sky. You are sheltered from most of the elements, so you have the runes surrounding you. You see up in the night sky there are 2 moons actually, as characteristic of this world, and one which is smaller and going around faster, and the other is slower. You keep on talking, discussing the different times, cultures, and you all gingerly fall asleep unless someone wants to take watch.
I think. Yeah, I'd probably like. I'd look at everyone. I'd see everyone starting to get.
Are we
around.
still inside the sanctum?
You
Not
are
the-
within the abbey next to the sanctum.
Yeah.
Do the spiders go up to the abbey?
No, the spider was mainly scattered as soon as you.
I would
were there.
I would ask them to look for us instead of everyone taking guard.
Okay, go ahead and roll a.
It'd be easier just for everyone.
I'll admit I think I'd still be a little bit not that
Perfect.
trusting, so I'd probably take a first watch. But if they look
Sure.
around as well,
Then if I see that you're up for it, I won't bother. Don't worry.
I'll.
If you
I'll
want, this
take
would be a
first watch.
command and animal thing.
Nah, it's fine. Don't bother.
Yeah.
I can take second watch.
Go ahead and roll a seek if you want.
16.
16. You keep watch, and it's quite a good vantage point because you have the shelter from the winds and etc. But even the arches allow you to look at a distance. You keep watch. The fire does occasionally attract the dog-sized cockroaches that wander around, but nothing too severe. Even the runes themselves, they seem to limit the light that is being emitted, and nothing really happens. You ask someone else to take second watch.
Yeah, I'll basically. What I do is I lay down and prepare to sleep. Safira walks over to Aelor and does a little clawed poke.
Beautiful.
I don't know if Aelor actually picked up Draconic, but basically she will say it Draconic.
Yes,
Your
I
turn.
did pick up Dragon.
Your turn.
Oh wow, that's a good roll.
And-
24 on Sig, just in
Okay.
case.
And Safira walks back around me, curls around me, and then slowly becomes translucent and vanishes as I fall unconscious. She enters the astral sea and sleeps in her little dummy.
By any chance, would you have told me what you're looking for on this expedition of yours?
I think yes. I think since we were chatting about
Like the flowers
yeah,
and.
I think we're looking for the flower. Yes, I would.
Do I know if
remember
there's
it.
anything like that within the sanctum
Yeah.
or anywhere nearby?
No, I mean you haven't been in the septum itself.
Fair. But in the chamber I was in, nothing. The chamber's outside.
No, the antechamber you were in depicts a story. That's it. It's a welcoming area.
I'm
Typically.
just wondering, just in case.
Yeah,
before
that's
we-
fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Aelor, you keep an eye out. Same old. Nothing really stands out. At the end of your watch, there seems to be a flock of birds. No, wasps. Way up high. They just
still want the
fly
fire.
by from one hill to the other, and they keep on flying away though. They're not attracted towards the ruins themselves, but you do see them hunting sort of in this area. With that, your watch ends. What do you like to do?
I'll poke Wisteria.
Very nice. Wisteria, you had entered as you were going to sleep. You close your eyes, still thinking about Karn, about perhaps another entity, and you fall into this very light sleep. You're easily shaken awake. You see Safira walking around, and at one moment, however, you hear some noises around you, and you wake up again. And this time you don't see Dracania pouncing around. You see a different entity, a half arachnid, half humanoid entity, very translucent, very as if it was in the spirit world, and. She beckons to you as she seems to be approaching this abbey. She seems to be approaching from the temple itself, similar probably from where you came from. And she shouts out, "Whisperer, is that you?" It must be.
Wisteria will like sit up a bit more a bit more like comfortable, and then would answer very, very calm and very polite. Some do call me that. What can I do for you?
I've been waiting, Whisperer. I suppose it is time now. I am Anara, goddess of sacrifice. I have instructed my spark to protect the septum. Protect it from creatures that would seek to harm all that we've built. And she seems to look away solemnly. From my lover, Krita. She looks to you. She's hurt. She's deeply wounded, blinded by vengeance. Your arrival can only mean one thing. The times are changing. The scourge can be no more. Please, recover what is in my sanctum. Use it to save humanoidity.
It is not polite for me to peek into the place of someone else. When Karn wakes, I will ask for him to
I would
allow me to
appreciate
go
that.
in. Is
Yes,
there
of
anything
course.
else that I might? Is there anything else that I might do for you?
Unfortunately, no, but don't worry, young one. You will share my. I must not. And you see, she's looking at you with sorrow and empathy. She says, "You must be strong for the road ahead. There's much you don't know, and a lot of forces seem to be trying to get a hold of you." And as she walks slightly in, she gestures towards the pendant.
Worry not. I was trained to withstand anything. Just to be able to exist, to walk freely outside. I am not scared.
It is good. Fear will do you no good. I must go now. My presence is weak here. Karn did well. He prevented the artifact from falling in the wrong hands.
I apologize for attacking him.
No, not at all. The spiders are no longer under, my influence. Not even Karn's influence. They once were. But as I said, forces are massing. Be wary.
We will. if you're sure that there is nothing else that I might do for you.
I thank you. You are already doing enough.
Well, then I shall return to my slumber, and I will bid you goodbye.
Farewell. Farewell, young one. And you see she walks away and she fades into a fog cloud. Very good. And yeah, that's where we're going to end it tonight. I think it's a good closing points, and yeah, very good. And so the party, the party joins together, and we'll see what lays ahead. That is where we conclude our first Arcane adventure. We do have some notes
Yes.
for future things.
Yes, indeed. So, just recapping stuff I did say right before the break, but I will say them now as well. Yes. No, it's okay. No, I will do it now as well. Tomorrow, Adam will be running us a new D&D campaign, The Harrowing, which myself and Russell, which myself and Russell will be players in. There will also be Nathan and 2 other individuals who have not shown up on our stream yet, but they will be joining us for this campaign.
It will be very interesting.
Yeah. And then, apart from that, something we plan to probably start doing, potentially we might start it next week, as we will not be having next week many sessions, but we will start doing some rebroadcasting. Potentially going back through Tales of the Rupture, maybe starting up to Age of the Sleeping Gods to catch up anyone who might be interested to start listening in on
Be
those.
interested.
Be interested,
Sub.
yes.
Other than
Sub
that,
to the channel.
We also have all of the videos on YouTube.
yes, there are
Yes,
always
that's true.
there's everything on YouTube. If you want to follow along there, you may do so there. Otherwise, probably in 2 weeks' time, we will be either doing Sleeping Gods, either another Arcane Adventures. We will figure that out exactly depending on how our schedules align. But something will definitely happen in 2 weeks' time, and we'll probably get into more of a habit of doing something every week. We have more campaigns running in tandem right now, so maybe if the schedule allows, we will be around more than usual. Yeah, that's it from my end.
Perfect. Thank you very much, and with that, we bid you farewell, and
Good night.
to the next
Thank
one.
you, DM,
Good
and good
night,
night.
everyone.
Bye.
Dean for you.
Bye.